And this thing is loading. And there we go. We are live. Welcome back to Where Heartbreak Feels Good, a definitely podcast about stories that may or may not feel perfect and powerful. I'm your host for today, Edgar Ortega, and today we are here to talk about another month in the year, the month of June. What do we watch? And joining me today is Josh.
Hello, everyone. We're back with our monthly recaps, and I'm excited to talk about everything we watched. A lot of
I
stuff
mean,
this month.
yeah, this kind of like this and the ranked are pretty quickly becoming like my favorite type of episodes.
Yeah, it's what we do the
um,
most for sure.
yeah. Joining us today again is our co-host Evan.
Woo! Glad to be back. I'm excited. June was a lot. I can't believe it's already July. There was a lot of
It's
stuff
insane. Yeah.
that I watched in June. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi was in June. Like Disney Plus wise, Miss Marvel. We
Oh,
just
I
finished
forgot
shit.
about
What was
those.
it? The boys.
The Boys, Stranger
Barry ended.
Things, Barry. Right? Yeah, I think Barry was definitely in June.
Yeah,
Right? I
Yeah.
think the ending of Barry.
definitely
Oh
to talk about
man.
that.
Of course, like TV has been excellent. I mean, 2022 in general,
This has
great
been an
TV,
insane year for TV.
great
Like,
TV, great
nothing like
Yeah.
it.
movies,
Yeah.
and then this fall is like supposed to be tons of stacked
This
shit.
like
So.
Yeah.
August to September TV
Woo.
wise is insane. Like
Yeah.
Andor, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings,
Oh yeah,
She-Hulk. Like there's a lot.
holy shit! Yeah, Marvel, HBO, Amazon, Netflix, tons of stuff this fall. I'm super excited.
Is the
And then we
White
have
Lotus season 2 this year or next year?
I don't know. I don't think they've said.
are they filming that already? Right? Yeah, they're filming.
Have they
So
wrapped already?
Maybe.
maybe they wrapped. We're supposed to have
I don't
Audrey
know.
Plaza in that season, right? That's super
That's
exciting.
gonna be so good. And Haley Richardson.
Oh yes, yeah. You know that gets me super hyped. But yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun one. You just shoot the shit about June. And I can listen to you guys justify your expenses at Tribeca. See how you guys did that? Because I was this close. You guys almost convinced me
Yeah.
to pack. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just come into the podcast and hear them talk about movies that I maybe should or should not watch. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So should we start with the
big one?
first
The
thing we
first big
watched?
one?
I like to start with what we first watched for the month.
All right.
Good place to start.
Well, my first watch of the month was actually Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one, Dominion. What a scam! What
Wow. Starting off hot.
what am I trying to say here? False advertise. I can't speak today.
False advertising. Yeah.
False advertising. There you go. You know, do I hate this movie? No, but man, was it such a weird movie experience because okay, so the first 5 minutes of the movie start, right? And you're seeing like this entire thing that it's in like in the trailers of the dinosaurs coexisting with the humans, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm ready, let's go. And then the other rest of the movie happened, the other 2 hours happened, and it's just so
How long was the movie?
dull. I think it's like I want to say. Let me check.
2:25, right? 2 hours 25 minutes.
It's 147 minutes. So
Yeah,
make
I
it
still haven't seen it yet.
yeah,
I
that's
probably won't.
2 hours 27 minutes.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
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 Um, and man, do you feel the runtime? And
Yeah.
man, do you feel it? It's because like nothing really interesting happens, and yeah, you have like some cool action sequence, but even then, they feel like thrown at the very last minute. Like I don't want to go full on spoilers, but like the very last dinosaur fight in the movie feels like they forgot to add it in, so they just quickly like threw it into the movie, and it's like
Really?
the background. It's not even important or anything. It's just there.
Yeah. It's a really messy movie, but I agree with Edgar. It's like I didn't feel like this was the end of a franchise. Like this is the
Yeah.
end of a franchise. Like if this was Jurassic World 1 or Jurassic World 2 even, I'd be like, okay, this is a decent. I mean, it still would have been a bad movie. No, I'm lying, but
Yeah.
like it still would have been. It just felt weird. Like this is how we end the franchise without even having any type of message or anything to leave us off with. They were trying to give us something, but it wasn't really like handled with much care or depth. It was just really weird. Like there's a whole
Yeah.
the main plot of this movie is just a kidnapping plot, which I'm just like, okay, interesting, but it's not like it's a kidnapping plot to like engage the characters in some action sequences, but otherwise it doesn't really mean much or anything. It's just like we're just going through the motions. It just felt
Yeah.
very off.
Also, the movie. Now that I'm trying to think, because like I watched this movie like a month ago, so I don't really
Yeah.
remember it already. But doesn't the movie end almost the exact same way as every other like Jurassic Park movie, where the dinosaurs are just sent to an island and that's it?
Really?
Are they? I don't even know.
I
how
don't
it happened.
remember.
I think it ends. Spoilers, no spoilers, whatever. But it
I
just
don't care,
like
spoil it.
it ends where it begins. Nothing got
Yeah.
solved. I'm just like, wait, what did we learn here? Anything? It just felt like okay, like it didn't really add anything. Nothing really changed. The status quo is the exact same. Nothing's gonna change. I'm like, I thought this movie was meant to like make a final stamp on what happens when you unleash dinosaurs, a la the first Jurassic Park.
Almost
just
like a Planet of the Apes type of thing, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, like when you think of the ending of a trilogy, you get like I don't want to compare it to like the greats, but like you kind of have to when this is like a Jurassic Park franchise compared to just a recent one, War for the Planet of the Apes, where you get something semi-similar with apes coinciding with humans, and that had a more impactful ending, much more so than this movie did. It was just so. It was just so.
How does it?
half-assed.
How does it compare to The Rise of Skywalker?
I mean, Rise of Skywalker is a mess, but
It's still
At least it's a
watchable.
movie.
I
At least
can't
it's
even
still
say
a movie.
I really do not like Rise. It ruins every character arc in the movie.
Eh.
Ray, Kylo specifically.
Every character I names 2 characters.
I mean, I named the character that had the most
I know,
issues.
yeah, I did.
But
That.
for me personally, but yeah, I don't know. I think they're both like 2.5 out of 5.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
It's a 2 for me, but
2,
yeah, like it's just so forgettable. And I know I've joked about this like on Twitter and with you guys in the group chat, but like the fact that the movie is about bugs, that it's not about dinosaurs, it's about
I've heard that. Yeah.
yeah,
areas
it's
for me,
weird.
especially for a grand finale of this franchise. Like that's what you're gonna focus on for your grand finale? That's weird.
Yeah, it was all about what was it, locusts, right? I mean, they weren't like the main plot, but it was just like they were the driving force for a lot of it, and it was just weird to tackle that in this kind of movie.
Which is weird because you already kind of set up in the last movie what was gonna be your driving force for the third movie.
Exactly, and they touched on it, but then they said like they just ended with like what happened at the end of the second movie. I'm like,
Honestly,
okay,
I
so
forgot what happened at the end of Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom, the stupid Dino Girl unleashes
Clones,
dinosaurs
yeah.
everywhere.
The clone girl. Oh, the clone girl. She has like a
Yeah.
like a Rey Skywalker type of moment in this movie, and it's fucking hilarious.
Does she?
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
yes! Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I forgot about the whole. That's like that's the whole main plot. Oh my god! I totally forgot about one of the main plots of. Thank you, Edgar. Holy fuck! Yeah.
Okay, I want to spoil this.
Yeah,
Spoilers
let's
for the
spoil
movie.
the
Yeah, I
fuck
don't
out
care,
of this. 'Cause This
spoil
is
it.
weird. So, spoilers for Jurassic World Dominion. It made $900 million. Congratulations.
Did it really?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It might not crack $1 billion, but it's close. But I'm just like, okay, so this Dino Girl, she gets a videotape from her mom. And then her mom telling her like she was actually not a Dino Girl, right, Edgar? Like she was actually
Okay, so
birthed.
yeah. So here's what happened. So in the last movie, at the end of that movie, the big twist is that the guy that used to be partners with what's his face from the first movie from the
Hammond, John.
Hammond?
yeah
John-
Dr. Hammond, his partner cloned his daughter because he was grieving, like he went through all of that grieving process, and he saw this technology, so he decided, oh, I'm gonna clone my daughter, and now I'm gonna pass it on as my granddaughter. So that's the big
Yes.
twist in that movie. Here we are revealed that actually the grandfather didn't clone the daughter, that actually the daughter that died cloned her. So
What?
Yeah, she cloned
So-
her. She cloned herself. Yeah.
yeah, she cloned herself. So this little girl is actually like the same person. Like it's literally the Rey Skywalker thing of like, actually you're not this, you're this, and it's just
What was
so,
the point of it though, Edgar? What did it add to the movie?
it adds nothing to the movie.
Nothing.
And
I'm just watching it like, okay, cool. And then she takes it in, and then she just like runs away anyways. I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is weird.
yeah,
Nothing.
and then
changed.
her big dilemma in the movie is that she's trying to find who she is, because
Yeah.
she's like, I guess, having like identity crisis, because she doesn't know if she can be her own person, or if she has to be like this deceased person that isn't alive anymore. It's just weird again. Like, if you're gonna
Yeah.
focus, it would honestly, that could make for a cool plot for a sci-fi movie, but like on a Jurassic World movie, on a Jurassic Park movie with
It just
dinosaurs, yeah,
Didn't really connect well overall. But and I forget to mention, but the main villain in this movie is probably the worst villain I've seen this entire year. He is bad. Bad. There's tons of scenes where he's talking to. There's one scene in particular where he's talking to like the black coworker that he has. Forget his name now. Great actor, but he just starts like freaking out, doing some weird shit. And you know what I'm talking about? He's just like laughing or just like
Yeah.
conniving. Like, what is happening? I had no idea what this big villain was even trying to achieve, what he was doing. And then it was just so weird. And he acted terribly compared to
Yeah,
everybody else. It was
I could be
weird.
completely wrong about this, but I think I heard, I don't know from where, that the main villain of this movie is supposed to be the same character from the first one, who gives
What?
the shaving cream, the shaving can to
That's
the
no
guy.
way.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
How?
I don't know. I don't know. Again, this is not coming from me. This is something
Wait,
that I heard
really?
from somebody else. Yeah,
Well, I thought the guy was
Be-
like
because it's the
picturing somebody else.
because it's the competing company from the first movie. That's why.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. Again,
Jurassic
don't
Park
take-
or Jurassic World?
the
Park.
first Jurassic Park, you know how the competing company is trying to do dinosaurs too, so they send this guy to like sabotage the park and steal like their
Yeah.
like their experiments or whatever. And at the beginning of the movie, like they meet like, it looks like Costa Rica, or I don't know where the fuck they are. Where like he hands him the shaving cream can.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's supposed to be the main villain, I think, in this. Again, I could be wrong, but
That's a crazy connection. I mean, that couldn't make sense. But yeah, it was just so weird. Every time he was on screen, I didn't know what the heck he was
Mm.
doing. It felt like he was in a different movie. It felt like he was in a Minions movie, actually. I don't know what was going on there. It was bad to the bone. But yeah, that was that our first thing we watched? in the
Mine
theater?
was actually Jurassic Park, like the original, because I was gonna do like a rewatch of the whole series,
Okay.
but I just wasn't motivated to continue it because I didn't really want to see the new one. So I just watched Jurassic Park, and I've never been the biggest fan of Jurassic Park. It's never been like my
Wow.
favorite Spielberg movie, but it's still really, really good. And obviously, that the Welcome to Jurassic Park moment is like god tier, and the
Oh, yeah.
music is so good.
I love
Okay,
that movie. Yeah, it's a 5
so
out of 5 for me.
I just googled it, and it is that same guy in the first movie. The main
That guy
villain
looks
of this.
totally different though,
Mm.
right? Or let me see. Jurassic
Just
Park.
Google Lewis Dodgson. That's the name of the character.
How
Just
you spell
Google
that?
that. Lewis.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dodson, everybody, Dodson. Yeah. Okay.
Do you see it?
Oh my god. How is that the same person? It's a totally different actor though, right?
Yeah, it's a different actor. But
Okay. I'm gonna say that guy looks totally different. Why are they doing this? This is so dumb. That's only Colin Trevorrow would do. Oh, by the way, we gotta talk about it. Colin Trevorrow, stop it. Like we put successfully. We've managed to put into jail. Who the District 12 guy? What's his fucking name?
Neil
Neil
Blomkamp.
Jail, and he hasn't
Except
made a
he's
movie
doing a
since.
Gran Turismo movie.
That would never come out because he's awful. Awful.
They're filming it this year though.
I would never forgive him for Chappie. Elysium was racist as hell. I hated it.
I've never seen a single Blomkamp movie.
District 12 was lighting in a bottle for that guy. I thought he was
District
like
9.
nine, whatever. I thought he was hot shit. But then Elysium came out, and I'm like, all the white people are in space, and it's just very weird. Don't like it. And then the savior is who is it? Matt Damon. Not a
Yeah.
fan. Not a fan.
It's a white
really,
savior movie.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
weird undertones here. Like, what are you trying to say here, buddy? And then Chappie is one of the worst films I've ever seen.
I remember that
Ever.
trailer vividly.
Chappie is just shit. And then Hugh Jackman wearing those short shorts. Poor Hugh Jackman. Sigourney Weaver's in
Wait,
there.
I've
too.
never seen this.
It's bad. Yeah, just look up Hugh Jackman and Chappie. You'd be like, oh God, why is he wearing those things? They're crushing his thighs. But yeah, I'm so glad he hasn't made a movie since. And I'm not going to go see Gran Turismo, whatever it is. It's going to
He
be
has a mullet too.
garbage. Yeah, it's not good. Not good, fam. Yeah, hopefully Colin Trevorrow is next in line to be that director of jail. I don't know how he keeps getting movies. I don't know how he would have got trust. That would have been terrible.
Duel of the Fates, yeah. Or what was it called? Is that what it's called?
Was it Duel of the Fates? I think it was.
What
Yeah,
the
Terrible
the
title.
Star Wars project or
Yeah.
yeah, Duel of the Fates.
Why would you title it the name of a score? Stupid. It's like, I'm gonna name mine Across the Stars. Star Wars Across the Stars. No, get out of here.
That's a cool title though.
It is a cool title, actually. Yeah, I said it like, yeah, it's a cool title. But it would work for a book, but not for
Yeah.
Be original, Colin. But yeah, Colin, just stop it. I didn't even see this bad one with
Book of Eli or no?
Book of Eli. Henry. Book of Henry.
Book of Henry, yeah.
Yeah, didn't even see that one. I heard that was dog crap. But so yeah, you like Jurassic Park. If you guys go over to Nathan Rojas' channel, we did a commentary over a lot of the entire Jurassic Park franchise. So we went through 1, 2, 3, World, Fallen Kingdom, and
I
We
watched
got
the
the
first
Kingdom.
20 minutes of Lost World for the first
yeah,
time.
Lost World was
Never finished it though.
It's underrated. I
San
actually
Diego,
liked
baby.
it. What?
San Diego, baby.
Yeah, San Diego. The ending kind of like it doesn't suck, but it's still entertaining. It's just like
I need to finish it.
it gets weird. But I actually like Jurassic Park, The Lost World a lot. And I always had a soft spot for Jurassic Park 3. I watched it the
Yeah.
most as a kid. And then we have World and whatever. But for me, my first watch in June, even though this came out in April, was The Bad Guys.
Really?
I saw The
Ooh.
Bad Guys, according to my letterbox here.
The mid guys, if you will.
Wow. Ouch. The Bad Guys was really good. Really
That's
good.
good.
I had a good
Next
time.
Mitchells. Let's go.
No! Why do you keep saying that?
Hey, the animation style, the animation.
The animation style is good, but the rest is like,
Honestly,
mediocre.
With Lightyear crapping the bud, like in terms of like performance, in terms of best animated movie, it's between The Bad Guys and Turning Red right now.
Turning
think it
Red
might-
has that easily.
I might give the
Yeah.
edge to Turning Red, but like I give Turning Red like a 4 to 5, and then The Bad Guys I give it a 3.5. But they're like close. Like I didn't think Turning
I
Red
like
was a
Lightyear.
masterpiece. I like Lightyear too. I give
Yeah.
Lightyear a 3.5. I might actually have to move up Bad Guys to a 4. I might move Bad Guys up to a 4. I can't give the same rating as Lightyear. Yeah, maybe I can. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I liked The Bad Guys a lot. It had a very good like spy espionage tone
Ocean's
to it.
11.
Ocean's 11. The voice
Yeah.
acting was excellent. The character dynamics were very fun. I like the old cops and robbers vibe to it. It was really cool. Who was the police chief? She was great.
Is that,
Ooh.
no.
I forget the name of the character. She was like the fox, like the captain.
Zazie Beats?
Was that Zazie Beats? Yeah. She was amazing. It was just very like, and the animation style was incredible. I just felt like it was a very fresh, original, fun time. Like I would love to see like a couple more sequels with this.
I just like the thing about Bad Guys was like the animation looked really cool and it was pretty
Yeah.
fresh. And the editing was cool and it did one of the action sequences, but
Mhm.
I just thought like the whole story was kind of predictable and a bit like
Very predictable.
Mediocre.
Very. I called the villain. I was like, oh,
yeah.
this is it. But
Whereas like that's why I don't see comparison to like Mitchell's or Spider Verse, which
Yeah.
are like wholly original
no, well,
films.
it ain't Mitchell's
Edgar.
Spider-Verse. Edgar's on something there. But I see what Edgar's saying in terms of like
In terms of the animation, I did that, but like everything
animation
else, no.
early in the year, underseen. Like I wouldn't say this is a gem, but this is a very fun movie that I can see myself revisiting a lot. I didn't mind the plot. Like, yeah, it was simple, predictable, but it had some good heart to it. Like by the end of the movie, I'm like, okay, I see the message here.
good.
I liked it. Like I felt like I had more heart than another movie like Lightyear. Like for me, I had a great time with it. I had a really
Yeah, like
really
the
good time.
style definitely helps the movie. Like,
Yeah,
for example, like towards the end when you think like it's gonna be so predictable with the snake coming back to the group, but
Mhm.
then they like make it like into like little like heist twists where they go back in time and explain it, and it's
Love
so
that
freaking
shit.
Yeah.
cool.
Love that shit. Whenever Heist go back in time, it's like this is how that happened. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like the Bad Guys a lot. It's gonna be on Peacock, I think. I think it
I
is.
think
On
it already
Peacock.
is.
I
Yeah.
think it is. Yeah.
I gotta make use of my
Peacock
Peacock.
is like quickly becoming like really useful because
It
all these
really
like
is.
brand new movies coming after like what 30 days.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But
Like Northman was on it, like really Twitch. That was cool.
I also watched after Bad Guys. I watched Emergency. That you guys watched
Ooh.
at Sundance.
Watched at Sundance.
Both
Yeah.
of you.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't seen Emergency?
Which one's that one again?
That's the one with R.J. Seiler from Power Rangers.
It's
him and his
on Prime.
Yeah, it is on Amazon Prime. Yeah,
It's like I describe it as like Blind Spotting meets Booksmart.
that works. Yeah,
Is like what I would
totally. Yeah,
describe
with
it
some
as.
good racial commentary. Loved
Yeah.
it. It is a fantastic final shot.
Oh yeah,
Loved it. Really hit home.
it's really good.
Yeah, I had a blast with this movie. There's one character that's like really dumb that could have ruined the movie, but like
Was it the roommate?
the roommate? I didn't really
third one?
care
Yeah.
for that character that much, but I liked the ride this movie had because there were so many instances like you can kind of insert yourself into the character and be like, what would you do in this situation? Some of them making weird mistakes but it's part of our reality in a way that I can't really judge them for making these weird calls all throughout the movie. I just had a great time watching it. It's very fun, fast paced. It's funny. It's relatable. It's a very good like college buddy.
The
kind of movie.
performances are really good too.
Really good.
RJ Seiler.
RJ Seiler. I'm trying to see who else.
Donald
I liked.
Elise Watkins was the lead.
He was the lead. Yeah, he was
He's
great.
fucking really good.
Sabrina Carpenter was Maddie. She was really good.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of this movie. I gave it 4 to 5 for me. Fun time there. Fun time on Amazon Prime. Check it out.
Oh, I think I've seen the poster on Amazon Prime. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Check it out, Edgar.
I think
what's
I
next
might
for
have.
you?
I think I might have talked about this movie in the last month's episode, but I don't know if you had the chance to talk about it, Evan. The Outfit.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I love that movie.
I saw that June 25th. Outfit, fantastic. They don't make movies like this anymore. I'm sitting there watching it. Well, first of all, talking about my experience, I have Peacock and the PS5. Garbage app. Garbage. Straight trash. I tried to put subtitles on because I need subtitles for movies. And it wasn't working. Like it kept like restarting.
That's
the
how
movie.
the HBO Max app on Roku is. It's like utter trash. It's just
really?
so like
Man.
so laggy.
Yeah, I need to tweet them like, yo, reboot your Peacock app on the PS5. Because I worked on I just like turned off my PS5, went to my laptop, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the PS5, not doing it. Anyways, laptop with Mark Rylance, my girl Zoe Doche.
So
Deutsch, thank you.
we did to another of her movies I watched later
Ooh,
in
nice.
this.
Oh,
I know
did
Evan loves that movie.
Dylan
O'Brien.
her boyfriend, Dylan O'Brien. Yeah.
Johnny Flynn.
Johnny Flynn. A great cast. Fantastic cast. It just felt so refreshing and cool to watch. It's very an effortlessly cool movie. Mark Rylance does a ton of great old.
It's like the typical
monologues.
Mark Rylance performance, but it's still really good.
It's really good. I just had a blast watching this. It's a not really who done it, but
I'd say it's whodunit.
It is a whodunit.
who done it spy, not spy, but just like a little
Mafia.
low-key
Period piece
kind of movie.
Yeah.
Kept you guessing. I'm always like, whenever I'm watching these kind of movies, I'm always trying to guess like what's going to happen. And this movie was always one step ahead of me, and it was very cool to see that.
One of the best scores of the year too.
Great score. Who did that?
I loved it.
Desplat?
Alexander Desplat. Yeah.
Okay, my boy.
Loved it.
Guy. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was just very cool to watch. It was just a good mystery, great performances, one location. I really liked it. It felt like a play that
Yeah.
wasn't a play. Really, really awesome. I
Yeah.
can't recommend this movie enough.
Yeah, one of the key elements for me that kind of like showed me that this movie was gonna be like smarter than it seemed was
Mhm.
what they do with Dylan O'Brien's character, like in the first act, and
He's
then
so
it
good.
just keeps like building and building and
Yeah.
building all the way up to the end, and it's so fucking good. Also, LaFontaine as a quote unquote villain or presence in the movie. Once she appears at the end of this movie, she is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
she's
her
great.
and her interactions with Mark Rylance's character, they're so like like they're like almost like maybe not on the same level in terms of like positions or
Mhm.
like roles, but like that like same like both of them are extremely freaking smart and they can like talk to each other like that. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I love that. And then each character starts to unravel, especially Mark Rylance's character, as you like start to peel away at who his character really is, his motivations for coming to Chicago or whatever. Just a very interesting character development that I didn't see coming. I just liked his character a lot, and then his relationship with Zoe's character.
See, I think the
Really
ending
good.
wasn't the best. Like I
Yeah.
thought it would.
He got a little out of hand.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit too crazy.
Yeah.
I
But
totally
it
agree
was
with
still
that.
pretty good though.
Yeah, there was a real reveal with his character towards the end. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it gets really goofy a little bit. But yeah, I rolled with it. I had a fun time. Yeah, the outfit really surprised me because I watch it. Edgar said good things about it. I'll see how good it is, and it was really good, really fucking good. Yeah.
It was a good theater watch too, because I watched it like
Oh, awesome.
March, I think. It was
Man,
good.
I'm so fucking
Yeah.
pissed I've missed it on the movies.
Yeah, I wish
And
I saw
it-
this in the theater too.
I don't think it lasted that long. I think it was just playing for like 2 weeks and then gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried, but then it was gone. I was so busy with work and everything, I could never go see it. Yeah, the outfit very, 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 very good.
My next
Oh, but-
watch was a rewatch of Top Gun.
Ooh,
Hmm.
OG Top Gun, Danger Zone.
No, the Maverick.
Oh, Maverick.
Oh,
okay,
okay,
we
okay.
watched Maverick. Okay,
And IMAX too,
nice.
which is like
yes.
really good.
Oh yeah, you saw it in Dolby the first time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Top
I
Gun.
did the opposite.
Yeah.
I watched it on IMAX first and then my rewatch on June. It was on Dolby.
Mm.
Man, that movie still hits no matter how or where you watch it. That
Yeah, but
movie-
especially in IMAX, so like during those sequences.
You feel it. Yeah. You feel it, you embrace it. Oh my god. The movie just rocks on so many levels.
But after that is where Tribeca started for me. If you want to get to that,
Great.
Edgar.
Oh yeah. Actually, the first movie that I watched from the festival was The Integrity of Joseph Chambers.
Yeah.
The Integrity of Joseph Chambers.
From the director of Killing of the Two Lovers. Have you seen that?
Okay, I still didn't see that one. That's with
Which was a
Fantastic
really,
movie.
really hidden gem. It was from
yeah,
Neon.
that's the
in, like,
Hulu
20
one, right? That's all
Yeah.
Hulu? Yeah, you guys keep wanting.
Yeah,
wanting to
actually,
watch
I
that one.
watched Killing of Two Lovers after Joseph Chambers, and man, Killing of Two Lovers, like I like Integrity, but Killing of Two Lovers is just on another level.
I
It's
think I
like-
prefer Integrity, honestly.
Oh, do you?
Because it was like, I
Oh,
think it's
wow.
more of a scene where like focused a bit.
Mhm. Yeah, I can see
because
that.
it's
I
on
mean,
one character.
yeah, the sound design in Integrity is
And,
so fucking good.
Clayne Crawford's performance is like one of the best of the year. It's insane.
Yeah,
That scene
What's
in
the-
by the truck.
yeah. It's like a 2-minute scene of him just like
breaking
going
down,
like
basically.
like losing it and like crying and like
Yeah,
breaking
the
down.
physicality isn't like fucking amazing.
Oh my god! So what's the story with this one?
So basically, I think this movie is supposed to take place during COVID, right? At least that's what
Is
they
it?
don't say it, but I don't think they ever say it. But like, I
don't
think
think
it's
so.
supposed to be implied. At least that's what I
Or
got.
it's supposed to
from-
represent, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe represent or something like that. But basically, it's a family guy hoping to prove his like manliness to his family
And
by
fit
going
in
to the
into like this like
community.
rural town, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes into the woods by himself with nobody, even though everybody keeps telling him like, "Hey, like, wait, let one of us go with you," and he's like, "No, I have to do this by myself."
I'd say we don't spoil the twist because I
Yeah,
went in
yeah.
blind and like there's a good twist that happens and it's
Ooh,
basically
let's
what
say that.
hits off the whole movie and it's
Mhm.
the sound design though. There's like a few scenes where it's so immersive, like where he's walking through the woods
woods.
and like hitting, like acting like he's playing baseball, but the sound
Yeah.
design makes it like sound like he's in a stadium, like
And
with
people
an
cheering
audience.
for him.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and then also like what they do, like once whatever happens in the woods happens, like how the sound design like kind of becomes like distorted in a way. Those like cheers kind of become into like screams, and it's so fucking clever. It's so good. I wouldn't say it's like on my top 3 favorite from the festival, but I'm really glad.
It's in the middle for me, I think.
Yeah, it's in the middle for me too. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah, my first watch of the festival was Rounding.
Oh,
Did you watch that, Edgar?
I did. I don't think I logged it actually, but I did watch it.
How dare you not lock it?
Directed by Alex Thompson. It's like basically a psychological thriller about like this
Ooh, I love
guy
those.
who has an incident at his he's a doctor. He has an incident at his previous work, like place of work. So he moves to a new town to like try and start over. And like one of his patients, he suspects there's some weird stuff going on, and like that's where the movie starts going down this path of like, is he going crazy or is he like actually finding some like suspicious shit going on?
So is it one location at a hospital?
It's like not really one location, but like it's like him going around this small like town basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the sound design's really good. And
who's the main lead?
Namir Smallwood, he was really good. And
Okay.
yeah, he was great.
Yeah. For me, honestly, I'm glad I watched it too, but for me, it's like at the bottom of the barrel from the movies that I
Yeah.
watched.
It's from the director of Saint Francis, which is like one of the small indie from 2020, I think. I never watched it, but I heard good things about it.
I heard about that one too.
And
So
Sydney
what-
Flanagan's in it in the small role from Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always.
Oh, the main lead there?
Yeah, she has a small role, and
Oh.
she's really good.
Great. So what let it down for you, Edgar?
I just didn't really ever connected with the story because it kind of plays with like supernatural stuff, but it never really like.
I
embraces them.
said
It's
what
like
it
half
doesn't
and half.
really achieve all of its ambition.
Yeah, it's like half and half.
Yeah.
It never goes full on like supernatural, but it's like a mixed bag. Like it doesn't fully commit on what it's trying to do, at least
Yeah.
in my opinion.
There's some good atmospheric work though, and like sound
Yeah.
design and score.
The creature, whatever is haunting him and his like paranoia, it's actually pretty cool. But again, nothing
Yeah.
really is done with them. So
Okay.
what
What else? Well, what are the good hits from Tribeca? What are the things like, Evan, you have to watch this?
My number one, if we want to get to it, was Pink Moon.
Pink Moon.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
My number one from festival.
That's my number 3.
fantastic.
What's the genre?
Really?
for?
It's my number 3. Yeah,
It's a foreign film. I think it's like Danish. I think Danish film.
I think so.
The did you see the synopsis on Letterboxd, Edgar? For this
On
movie?
Letterboxd? Let me
It's
see.
not like accurate at all. It's basically I don't
I
really
mean,
want to.
well, give me the
It's not-
general.
It's not fully accurate, but it does happen in the movie, but it's like like in the last 10-20 minutes of the movie.
Basically,
Basically-
this
Well,
this
you go
is-
ahead.
main character is this woman whose father tells him that he finds this way that he can just end his life and like peacefully and stuff, and he like decides that he wants to do it. And it's basically the movie is his daughter and his son dealing with that and like preparing for it.
Yeah. So basically, he wants to commit suicide by the time he turns 75, I guess. And he's telling them like, "Hey, I want to do this, so you better be ready for it."
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost like the entire like grieving process that somebody goes through when somebody passes away. But
yeah, it's at all
before-
stages covered in
yeah.
the film.
Yeah, but before the person passes away, so it's very interesting.
That reminds me of the film with what was that one Asian film with the girl from Shang-Chi? Remember, like her grandmother was passing away. What was that movie called?
Oh, The Farewell.
The Farewell.
Yeah, Farewell. Yeah.
Is
I
something
think
like
this
that?
is a bit different. It's more a bit more like serious, I guess.
I
Okay.
mean, it is pretty funny too, but
There's some comedy, but I don't know. I really love this movie, and
Like the performances and like the vibe and
yeah,
everything.
the lead,
yeah,
Julia Ackermans, is
Hmm.
incredible. One of the best
yeah.
performances of the year for me.
The last 10 to 15 minutes is one shot,
It's a
and
one
it's
shot, and it's incredible.
incredible.
It's so
Holy shit.
good.
Yeah.
It's so like depressing too, like the whole movie, but there's something so like deeply humane and like kind of wholesome about it too, because it's this we get to see like this daughter and her father like relationship in a really interesting way, and the way it
Mhm.
like delves deep into that is really cool.
Yeah. The only downside for me in this movie is like that like character piece or character arc that she goes through where she's almost behaving like a teenager again. And to me that's like kind almost like distracting because I personally I would think I would much rather have focus with the family dynamic between the son, the daughter, and the
Yeah, I think
father.
that fits though, because like it's again there's like
Yeah.
several stages of grief. Like she needed to go down, like she needed to figure out herself to accept
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for
Interesting.
me, it just never really like. I guess I never really clicked with that part, but it's a very small part of the movie. It's not like it
Yeah,
takes away from it as a whole.
yeah.
Is
This
this
movie
movie
is it's like top 20 of the year for me.
nice? Nice.
Yeah,
Top 15, yeah.
Is
I
it
really liked it.
does it have any buyers yet? Is it going anywhere else this year?
Not yet, but I think Neon's a perfect fit for this movie.
Okay.
I don't it doesn't look like it's to go that way, but like Neon would be perfect for it. It's in that vein of like worst person in the world and
hmm
like that.
it
I
could
think
be
it'd be
this
perfect.
year's worst person of the world, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it definitely feels like that.
High praise.
Uh-huh.
High praise.
Another movie very similar to this one, actually. I don't know if you saw it, Josh. Um, it's a directorial debut from Sarah Carter. It's In Her
In
Name.
Her Name, I started watching it and then I like just turned it off. It wasn't for me.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no! What happened? Is it a horror movie
This
or
was
what?
like the last day I like turned it on the last day had access to like the movies. I was like, it's not for me. I'm gonna watch something
Yeah.
else.
What's it about, Edgar?
It's so it again it's very similar, but instead of so here's this two daughters, two sisters who were separated after their parents got divorced, and they didn't really connect as they were growing up as teenagers or adults. And eventually their father, who is an artist, a painter, I guess, he is sick and he's going to die. So and the daughter that he kept has been like helping him like with everything like in the process. And eventually the second daughter, who hasn't really been present in their lives, comes in, and they kind of try to form like a family dynamic again, even though they haven't like seen each other for like a long ass time. um Yeah, I understand why Josh turned it off, and I don't think the movie is bad. It's just that it's
The
very,
opening credits
the,
are really cool.
yeah, the tone
Um,
of the movie is all over the place because it doesn't know
yeah,
if it wants to focus on the family dynamic or
the
like,
balancing of tone is really all over the place too.
yeah,
Like, doesn't know when to be dramatic or comedic.
yeah, it doesn't know
Oh
how
no.
to, and there's some really weird scenes. Like for example, one of the daughters, the one that comes in like that hasn't been part of the family, um, she kind of develops like this sexual relationship with like a person that her father's being a mentor to, and it just doesn't fit. Like it's distracting.
Oh
Like
yeah.
and also like the daughter that the father did keep, she's having like relationship problems, and again none of these things like correlate, so it's just like, and it goes nowhere eventually, so it's just very messy. And
Okay.
again, like Josh said, it doesn't know if it wants to be serious or if it wants to be a comedy.
The reason I turned it off was
And
like
it's
the performances were decent, but the script wasn't the best, and it was
yeah.
like the dialogue was not engaging. And I really liked the music though. Like from what I heard, the music was really good. And I just also I don't understand why it was black and white. It was a movie about a
Yeah,
painter.
Oh, you guys
And it
never
was
told me it was
black
black and white. Wow.
yeah.
Like,
And it's funny because the poster is so colorful, but the movie is
it
like
makes
black
no
and white.
sense.
Weird.
Also, it like these characters are written in such a way where they're very colorful, but again, the movie doesn't like show you
Yeah.
either literally or metaphorically. So yeah.
The main character is literally a painter, and it's black and white. Like, so you
It's
don't
so
see
odd,
color. It's
yeah.
weird.
It's quite the choice.
Yeah.
So any other diamonds in the rough here?
There's a few more.
Do you want to talk about Employee of the Month?
It's a fun little romp.
Employee of the Month. Isn't that a comedy already? I love that movie.
It's like it's a what is it? What's the country?
I'm pretty sure. Isn't there already a movie called Employee of the Month?
I think it's a remake. This one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a remake of that movie.
I love that movie.
It's from I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, Dane Cook.
Yeah, it's a foreign movie.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
know more, but
Yeah,
So
but
what was
it's
this
really
movie?
like a good for her type of movie.
Oh boy, is it like what? What happened? What go down?
so basically, it's this like office of like I think it's like cleaning company or something, cleaning
Yeah.
products. And they have like this lady who works there who basically does everything in the company, but they give her like absolutely no credit. And
Treat her like shit.
eventually, yeah, and they bring in like an intern, and this lady like takes almost like control over the training for the intern, and eventually something goes wrong in the day where somebody in the office dies, and they have to work together to like cover it up.
Yeah.
And just
shoot.
things
It's
just
a good
keep
time.
escalating.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's really fun, honestly. I
The
liked it.
cinematography is trash. Like it's
Yeah.
very basic looking.
Yeah,
But
It feels-
it's very fun though.
it feels like a YouTube fan film. Like it has
Yeah, or
the
like
end
a
look.
cheap cable show.
Yeah. But honestly, everybody was actually pretty funny in
Mhm.
the movie. That's why I kept
Yeah,
like,
it's funny.
I was
The performances
engaged.
are kind of good.
yeah.
Interesting. I have to keep that one noted.
What else?
Do you want to talk about your favorite, Edgar?
Yeah. My favorite of the festival was Cherry, actually, for me.
Tom Holland's Cherry.
Thankfully,
Every time
no.
no.
Damn.
So it's basically like a pro-choice type of movie.
Great.
This 25-year-old woman in LA has an unplanned pregnancy, and she has like 24 hours to decide what she wants to do with the baby. But it's a very, you could say, by the numbers movie, but the
Yeah,
way that
it's like a bit rough around the edges because you can
Yeah.
tell it has a lower budget, but it's still
Yeah.
really effective.
yeah, it's really effective. The main star of the movie, Alex Truitt, she's really funny and she's very
she's
charming.
amazing.
Like she should be like if this gets like a good release or like
She should be a star, yeah.
yeah,
A
or
good
like
breakout.
yeah, this feels like a breakout.
It was
well,
like
to be
a
honest.
A24 movie.
Yeah,
Or like yeah, or Neon or something. One of those like
Yeah.
big indie pub or distributors.
yeah, but yeah, like the movie's like for the subject matter is very like fun and lighthearted, and every single time that Cherry, which is the name of the main character, every time that she like visits like a family member, a friend, or her boyfriend or whatever, it almost feels like short chapters or vignettes in the story, and it's really fun. It's separated by
Yeah.
like time frames, like 8 p.m., 2 p.m. until she gets to the time that she has to like decide whether or not she wants to keep it or not.
Very
And the ending of
creative.
the ending of the movie is actually really like
Profound.
profound and like hopeful in a way. Like for a movie that has the subject matter, like it feels like such a celebration of like life and finding yourself, finding your
Yeah.
place in the world. I also like that this movie, like most movies about like abortion, like they usually place their stories with like a teenager, like in high school or something. And I like that they placed it with like a 25-year-old.
20 something, yeah.
Yeah, because like everybody just assumes like by the time that you're in your mid-20s going to your 30s that you should have your entire life figured out, and it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
So this movie portrays this very, very beautifully, at least in my opinion. But yeah, like Josh said, it is pretty by the numbers. It's pretty predictable, but like the way it's executed, it's really charming, and I would definitely keep an eye on this in the future once it gets a wide release.
Yeah. Let's go to my second favorite festival, God's Time.
Oh, interesting.
That's a really cool title.
It's a cool title. It's one of the most creative movies I've seen this year. It's Evan, have you seen On the Count of Three?
I haven't
Not
yet.
comical? It's
No.
okay. I'd say it's like kind of like that.
That's one with Christopher Abbott, right?
Yeah, it's like that mixed with a Safdie's movie, mixed with Scott Pilgrim. Like it's really
Holy
cool.
crap! Wow.
It's really creative, and the cinematography is insane. The way the camera moves to like go on with the characters and follows each character, and it's really creative.
Okay. God's Time. So what's it about?
It's this man. It's like over the course of the day, this man. It's an addict, and he's has a lot of addict friends in this community, and
they're like in rehab, no?
Yeah, this girl he has like a crush on, like she keeps saying like because her ex-boyfriend stole her dog, basically that she's gonna kill him or he's gonna die in God's time. That's like the line. And one day, in AA, she doesn't say that, and there's something off about her, and that's basically where the movie goes, and they like follow that path, and like the way this story unfolds, the paths it goes down is really cool. It's really suspenseful and like a thriller. It's fun. It's good.
Okay, God's Time. I made a note about that one. So God's Time.
I really hope this gets picked up somewhere good, because it would like be a huge breakout, like success if it was the right home.
I really hope this plays in the movie theater, because when I watched it, I had to pause it a lot during the day, so I didn't really get the chance to really enjoy the movie. That's why I don't have it as high as you, but yeah, it's a really creative movie. You're hooked in like in the first minute, literally in the first minute you're in. Yeah, it's really fun.
Cool.
The main 3 stars, Ben Groh, Dion Costello, and Liz Carabel Sierra are like incredible. And especially the latter, like it's her first role ever, I think, and she's amazing.
Good for her.
This movie is really cool.
It also has like Uncut Gems vibes. I don't know if you mentioned
Safdie's,
yeah, like that, like the tension building over and over again until it erupts at the end. It's really fun.
Then it also like follows the character, like breaks the fourth wall a bit, which is where like Scott Pilgrim comes in, like that inspiration. It's really cool. Like one of the coolest movies I've seen in a while.
Man. Okay.
And my second of the festival was Butterfly in the Sky, which I wasn't expecting it to be my second, but man,
Butterfly in the Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a documentary actually. It's what was the show?
You lost
called?
me there.
It's basically the documentary of
Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. There you go, from the 80s and 90s.
It's like the show where Revar Burton, he was the host of it. It's basically about reading, and it has book reviews of like children. It's for children, like a children's show, basically. Like
I know Reading Rainbow is.
Yeah. It's the documentary of that whole story.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, how the show came to be, how it almost got canceled because of the government was threatening to
Man, that's my childhood. Reading Rainbow.
It's like I didn't really grow up with that show as much, and it still hit me
that show
quite a lot.
Man,
I cried during this. I definitely.
Yeah, I remember just every morning before school reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's just really wholesome and wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, they also bring in kids who used to review books in the show, and now they're adults, and they're like explaining how like stories and literature how like it influenced their lives, and it's really charming. It's really beautiful. So I really hope maybe this kind of feels to me like an HBO Max release, but
or like Nat Geo or something.
Yeah. I hope people see it.
It's definitely one of the most higher profile of the fest.
Yeah, you lost me at documentary, but I might have to watch this one.
It's in the vein of "Won't You Be My Neighbor," that Mr. Rogers doc. That
sounded good. Never saw it.
Just some twit that I didn't love. Wes Schwarzenhoff is dying was not good. It's crazy. This won a lot of like audience awards for some reason. It's a
For some
very
reason.
it's a very meta film about like this two guys in COVID.
Another COVID movie. Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
not a good one too. It's just it's about them. Like there are two filmmakers, obviously in COVID, so they're struggling. They direct commercials a lot, but they like find out that their friend has COVID and who lives in like Idaho or something. So they plan to like do a road trip to go see him, but make a movie, like a documentary out of it. So
That
like the
sounds good.
concept's cool, but these two actors they're good, but just the dialogue is really obnoxious.
Oh no.
It's like that type of meta filmmaking that's like more annoying than funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it just wasn't for me, but I could see why people like it.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yikes.
And Year Between was really interesting. It was like middle of the range for me. About this bipolar woman trying to find herself in life, and she returns home after being forced like to leave college, tries to figure herself out, dealing with her like mental illness. So it's good.
What
Yeah.
else? Did you watch? I think it was released on Paramount Plus the same day that it got released for at home.
Oh, Jerry and
like
Marge
that.
to Large.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. No.
it's
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
whatever. Yeah, I was
Who-
actually kind of excited for this because of the cast, because of them too. Him and
Annette Bening,
Annette
right?
Bening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the trailer was pretty funny.
Yeah, actually, it's not that bad, honestly, but it's just very forgettable. It feels like
Yeah.
those typical feel-good movies that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have any depth, but it's just there if you want to feel good
Yeah.
for like 2 hours.
It gave me like early 2000s, like
Yeah.
kind of robbing adventure kind of movies, like a Fun with Dick and Jane kind of thing.
Yeah, and the main villain of the movie is so like uninteresting, quote unquote villain, which is this like college student.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, I wouldn't say not watch it, but it's
Yeah,
not
it's on
something-
my missed of 2022 list because it had a very funny trailer. It seemed like a very fun time, a la like a Lost City kind of thing. I just turn on and have some fun with it,
Ugh,
right, Josh?
yeah.
Lost City's
City.
great.
Ugh.
That movie is fun.
No.
Annette Bening is actually really good in this movie. Like Bryan Cranston, as always, he's good in anything, but like her, like she's pretty damn good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have to check that one out.
Yeah, and
I didn't know that was Tribeca. That seems so weird for a Tribeca.
I know it was weird. Like
Yeah.
released the same day too. It went
Yeah.
online.
Interesting. Okay.
That same thing happened with Cha Cha too. Because I rewatched Cha Cha through Tribeca, but it came out like on Apple.
I need to
like, 2
rewatch
days later.
Cha Cha. What am
Me
I doing?
too.
with
Amazing
my-
movie. Wonderful
It's so
movie.
good. That car scene with him and Dakota at the end. Oh, heartbreak.
Yeah, top 3 of the year for me.
Easily.
It moved up.
It's in my top 6, but yeah, I think it's number 6 right now. But if I see it again, it might just move up.
Yeah.
I think I
It's
have.
so charming. Like I love Cooper Wraith and like what he does. Like the movies he makes so much. Like Shithouse,
Mhm.
I still prefer because it's so
Mhm.
personal and I relate to it like a lot. But like both of his films so far are just incredible.
What do you have above Cha Cha?
Everything Everywhere and After Again.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. 2022 is killing it.
Great year so far. I also watched at Tribeca You Can Live Forever. It was like
Ooh.
a cute little like
Did they
really,
end up
like-
living forever?
it's a lesbian drama, like forbidden
Hello.
love story.
I like that.
About like this girl who moves back to like was with her aunt for the summer, but like it's a very like Mormon community. So she meets like a new friend and like they end up falling in love, but then Mormons, so
Oh,
no gays.
Really? How was it? It sounds really good. How was
It's
it?
cute, yeah. It's like
Okay.
really tender and wholesome, and a bit like
Are
the
these
performance is
teenagers
really good.
or grown-ups? or
Teenagers, yeah.
Teenagers? Okay.
It's good.
Wow. What's it called? What is this one called?
You Can Live Forever.
You Can Live Forever. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'll write that one down. Do you know the actresses?
Um. Anwen O'Driscoll was the lead, I think.
Is this a foreign film?
No, it's domestic, I guess.
America.
Yeah.
All right.
Doug, you said
Uh,
Mormon. Yeah. Interesting. I like it.
A movie that I wasn't expecting. First of all, for me to watch in the first place, and second, for me to like.
Minions?
Yeah, we'll get to it later.
Ugh.
Actually, the courtroom.
The
I don't know if you heard
Courtroom?
about it.
Courtroom. I saw it on the platform. I never watched it.
Yeah, it's actually really good, especially
Really?
for it to like take place in like a courtroom and it's just a bunch of people talking.
Yeah,
in
it's like it
circle for,
didn't
like, 2
sound
hours.
interesting enough for me.
It
to
doesn't
actually
sound
play.
interesting.
Sounds like
at
A
all,
Few
but
Good Men, or what was that? 12 Angry Men?
Yeah, it doesn't sound interesting at all, but it's actually pretty damn good. Like it's almost like staged like as a play. Like at the
Really?
beginning of the movie, you see like the actors going to the set, and then
that's
it becomes
cool.
like and then it turns like into the movie or whatever. But yeah, like it's actually really good, and it's based on a true story about like this Filipina immigrant who, by mistake, she's on trial, about to be deported because she, like at the DMV or something like that.
Oh, so they're adapted from like actual transcripts.
Yeah,
I'm
and from
reading.
actual
That's
transcripts.
cool.
Yeah, and it's basically trying to deport her because they made a mistake at the automobiles department because they signed her up for boating and she thought that she could boat because she received a card in the mail that she could boat, but it turned out like, hey, like you're not a citizen, like you're not supposed to do that. So she goes on trial, and it just shows you like how stupid some of the system can be when it comes to
Yeah.
certain like shit. Like it was clearly a mistake. She knows how to speak English, but she's not like 100% fluent. Like, so um, so yeah, you're like, it's a very easy movie to like root for the person that you're supposed to root for. I forgot the name of the actress, the main actress.
So it's like a one location courtroom. Like, it's all about this one case.
Yeah, it's, well, technically 3 locations, but it's all like in a set. See the
Okay.
actors going into the set. It's
adapted from
yeah.
the natural play, so that made sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's again, it doesn't sound interesting, but it actually is pretty engaging.
The way you're
So,
describing it sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does sound
Yeah.
really cool. Fascinating.
I don't know why the main actress is not listed here in Letterboxd, but
Scarlett Johansson, up and comer.
no, don't get me started. But yeah, that's that. Also, Attachment.
Ooh, yeah, this
Little
one
horror
really
movie.
surprised me.
Good, bad.
Great.
Oh,
Good.
Great
Yeah,
horror
yeah, yeah.
movie.
Okay.
I loved it.
Danish movie, actually. I think.
Is this the Danish one?
I mean, it starts a Danish.
These
actor,
European
so-
countries, man, like they're
Well, it takes place in London, but yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what happens in the movie again?
What genre
are
is
they
this?
horror?
What are you talking about?
Are they horror?
Ooh.
Horror
I mean, the
thriller,
title
yeah.
kind of gives it away, but
What was the title again? Attachment.
Attachment. So basically, it's like lesbian couple that they have to go to London to visit one of the girls' like mother, but things kind of get creepy because the mother practicing
like-
almost like witchcraft or something like
And
that.
like
and-
as the title says, is very attached to
Yeah.
her daughter.
Oh. Okay.
And yeah, it's like there's a lot of like Jewish folklore and
Yeah.
that like seeped into it.
Is this modern day?
It's modern
Yes.
day, yeah.
Okay. It
It's
sounds
really cool. That third
interesting.
act, there's some really good body horror in the third act too.
Yeah.
Oh
and
boy.
The actress, one of the
Ellie
leads
Kendrick?
is
Oh,
Anna
Ellie
Kendrick's in
Kendrick
this?
was amazing. She's like the daughter of the mother. She's also in Game of Thrones. She's I forget the name. The guy who like tells Bran to like become whatever the fuck he is.
Oh, he's the
That's-
night.
His sister.
that's the sister. Yeah, she's the sister. And
What's his name? Edgar, you know more about Game of Thrones.
Do I?
Wait, what?
Fuck.
Tell us,
Okay.
Brandon.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
Ari, what are you talking about? Not Macy Williams.
No, it's like
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off when I see it.
What was the character?
Mira. I knew it started with an M. Mira Reed.
Oh,
Her.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. She was great.
She's really good in this movie, especially in the
Okay.
third act.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly,
Attachment.
this movie kind of shows you how wasted she was in that show because she's so fucking
Yeah, she's
good
incredible.
in
Says romance horror, 100% Rotten
Some of the
Tomatoes.
creepiest
Holy
like
shit.
imagery I've seen in a long time in a movie, like since Hereditary and like Midsommar. There's a really cool shot that like we've talked about this Edgar. It's like
the
it's
out of
really
focus shot.
creepy.
Yeah.
I have to
like the
watch
third act. The third act.
It's
kinda
got
like
bought
an
by Shudder,
exorcist.
so it's gonna be easy to watch soon.
Yeah. It's kind of like an exorcism at the end, which it almost kind of gives me like first Conjuring vibes.
Yeah, very like that universe kind of.
Okay.
Very like James Wan type of like cinematography imagery.
The camera work is really damn good.
Yeah.
The soup.
Soup. Yeah, that's definitely one to watch out for. Like I said, it's be on Shudder, so it should be easy to watch soon.
Yeah, get that Shudder app.
The actress that plays the mother, she's really intimidating.
Yeah, all of them,
as
like all the
mother,
three
like,
leads are really
yeah.
good.
What else?
One
Did you
more I
watch-
want to point out is the winner of the U.S. narrative feature, Good Girl Jane.
Good Girl Jane, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the story didn't really grab me as much, but the cinematography was incredible. A lot of good one shots and very like intimate and handheld and like following the character and her journey basically. So this girl who just like a teenager who like gets into this group of friends who like do a lot of teenager shit like drinking and smoking and that shit. Then she meets like this older guy who like starts to groom her, and it's very like problematic, but
that doesn't sound great. It sounds terrifying.
Cinematography is really good though.
What's the genre here?
It's
Is
like
it
a thriller, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Drama.
You said Good Girl Jane. Okay.
Yeah. There's this animated movie that I watched at Tribeca that I was surprised how good it was. And I don't think
Bad Guys? Was it called The Bad Guys?
All right, we heard that.
It's called My Love Affair with Marriage. And it basically the entire movie takes you through the journey of this woman, like since she was a little girl up to adulthood, and like how different cultures view women and sexuality, and I mean, all of that fine stuff. But it's actually really damn good. I feel like the animation could either take you out of the movie, but for me, it took like 5-10 minutes to adjust. But once you're in, you're in for the ride. It's very creative. It's not really, I don't want to say voice over, but like I think there's more narration in the movie than there is actual dialogue, which is interesting. And
I'm sorry, what movie is this?
My Love Affair with Marriage.
Oh, is this the animated one you watched?
Yeah. You would think that the narration would get old pretty quickly, but it actually doesn't, because it places you in the character's shoes like really, really well. And the way the movie ends, it's very like emotionally like fulfilling. Like it doesn't end with the typical like, oh, and she found love and whatever. And like, no, it's not like that. It's very like you can stand on your
very real
feet. Yeah, it's very real. So there's that, and also another movie starring an actress from Parasite. I think Josh did this one too. It's a Korean movie. It's called Homage.
Homage?
Yeah.
Is she the sister from Parasite?
I think I think she's the maid in Parasite. Let me double check. Um, the name of the character.
Oh,
I think she is the maid in Parasite. Yeah. At first I was like, whoa, wow, the mother, because that's the first like my first instinct, like the first thing that I went to when I heard, oh,
mhm.
it's the actress from Parasite.
Yeah, the mom.
But no, I think it's the maid from that movie.
Okay.
Oh, homage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, homage.
Homage.
Either or, pick your
I
poison.
say homage. Yeah.
That's homage.
That-
No, apples to oranges. Just I can say the word.
But yeah, the movie is basically about like a struggling filmmaker who unexpectedly like gets the job to restore an older film directed by, I think, which is the first ever feature film directed by a Korean woman.
Yeah, I
could be
think
wrong.
that's what they said.
Yeah. So she eventually like becomes so obsessed with wanting to restore this movie that it kind of like starts affecting her already flawed relationship with her husband and son. Um, I thought it was really good. I think the cinematography is incredible.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, the main performance from Lee Young, I want to say, I don't want to pronounce it, but she's pretty damn good. And
It was a bit too slow for me, but the performance is really good.
Okay.
yeah, I feel like the message is still like it still comes across by the end, even though it's pretty damn slow.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about like her obsession with wanting to restore this old film, but it's also, it talks about like, okay, what if you want to pursue your dreams and you get there, what's next? Like,
Yeah. What did you now? Okay.
yeah, so it's pretty damn good. I liked it. It's like in my top 5 of the festival.
Oh, I need to tap out the years ago.
No. What else? I think that's
There's a few
it.
shorts I watched that were really interesting. One called Crimson Ties, which is directed by the daughter of Scorsese's daughter.
Wow.
It's a weird one. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's it's about this like
Nope.
it's like 10 minutes or so.
Any mobsters?
It's like this group of teenagers, and one of them staying at their house, and when there's a younger sister, it gets really mad, but like, hey, you guys are too loud and stuff. So she goes and like goes to sleep, but at first you think she wakes up and starts slaughtering all of them,
Whoa.
but then it's just a dream.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
it's interesting, yeah.
Hmm.
Another one called Girls Night In was it was like a little romp horror, like basically these two girls, a slasher, or basically a slasher, like a guy comes in, breaks into her house, like very like Halloween or Scream. Then these two girls end up fighting over which one this guy, like, fight over who gets to be killed first. So it's fun.
Wow.
Then one really cool one called All of This Unreal Time was directed by one of the directors from Severance, and stars
show.
Cillian Murphy.
Ooh.
And it's basically like him narrating a poem about like life and what it means to be alive, and what like the daily things we go through and the meaning of life. It's just like really spiritual and like philosophical, but it's accompanied by him just walking through a city, and these really cool shots, like long shots of just him walking, and like a bunch of rain and stuff. It's cool.
Wow. Can't go wrong with Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. Then the last movie I watched was a documentary called Lynch/Oz, about David Lynch's obsession with Wizard of Oz and how it influences his films.
Hmm.
And it's basically like a series of connected video essays about it, and like about film and how film can influence our own creations and our own lives, and especially David Lynch and Wizard of Oz, narrated by like a bunch of filmmakers like David Lowery and Taron Kusama.
Oh, I have heard about this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's good, but like I said, it's just like a bunch of video essays
Yeah.
connected. It's not really anything more than that.
I
But
haven't
it's still
seen,
really cool.
I haven't seen much of any David Lynch products, but
Yeah, I've only seen
projects.
Eraserhead.
But yeah, sounds like a good short.
But yeah,
mean,
that's basically Tribeca
Sounds
for
like
me.
you guys had a good time there.
I mean, it
Some
was
good-
for me. I
good
didn't.
highlights,
Play.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was honestly for me the highlight was getting to talk to some of the people behind those movies.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
interview some
Yeah.
people. Huh?
Yeah, I got to interview Clayne Crawford for The Integrity of Joseph Chambers.
That's cool.
It was actually pretty informative. I asked him about the sound design, and he went into talk about The Killing of Two Lovers too, so that was pretty fun. And also I interviewed the
Was it like a
director.
Zoom interview or just like how did
Yeah.
that work? Yeah.
No, it was through Zoom. Basically, for his interview, I had to set up like a Zoom room and send them like the link and the information. And
Yeah.
for the second one that I did with the director and writer of Cherry and the main star of the movie,
That's cool.
which they're so like down to earth, they're so fucking chill.
That's so awesome.
It was the opposite. They sent me the information, and I just had to be there on time.
That's cool.
But yeah,
And where can people find this?
Oh, loud and clear reviews. that later interview with Sophia Gallivert, I think that's her last name, and Alex Truitt. It's coming out like I think this week.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, because I just finished like transcribing it to text, which was a hassle, but somebody had to do it. But yeah, it was really fun to do that. That was probably the biggest highlight. for me.
Highlight, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think it was worth it for like the top films for me. Like,
yeah.
it's the thing with Tribeca is that most of these won't get good releases in the US, or like it'll just like drop on VOD randomly. So it's cool to see these films like these small little indies that you'll like otherwise never watch. That's a cool thing about like Tribeca. And last year, like the big one was The Novice for me, which like was one of my favorite films of the year and was amazing. So it was cool seeing like these little indies that could show up, could be big, or could just be little fun watches
on streaming. Yeah. But speaking of streaming, I don't know if you want to move on to like more stream movies, but after Tribeca, I think my first watch after Tribeca was Spiderhead on Netflix.
Oh, how was this?
Oh, Spiderhead. I saw that too.
Yeah.
Joseph
it's
Kosinski,
basically-
right?
Joseph
Director
of
Krasinski
Maverick.
back. Yep.
He's back after a month.
After a month.
But yeah, it basically it feels like an extended episode of Black Mirror.
Don't spoil
to me.
this, as this is
No,
on
I'm
my
not.
list.
I'm
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna.
So
I'm not gonna
at
spoil
the
it, but-
end, no.
It basically feels like an extended episode of Black Mirror, but
That's what I've heard.
I didn't
But-
get Black Mirror vibes from this, but I see what you're saying in terms of like the
Yeah.
psychological horror of it all.
through technology. Yeah.
What episodes
But-
of Black Mirror have you watched, Evan?
I watched the first like 5 or 6 episodes. I started from season 1, episode 1, and kept it going straight in order. I didn't like.
I've only
any of
seen
the
like 4.
no episodes I
So,
like.
yeah.
I watched.
I think season 3 might be the best, but that
Yeah,
one.
this like cherry picked the best ones. Like I saw San Junipero, which is like amazing.
Hmm.
Then Nosedive, which is the Bryce Dallas Howard one, which is really good.
Oh yeah. Which one's the crocodile one where she goes through like a killing spree?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's called Crocodile. It's
I
on
saw the
season
one with like Daniel Kaluuya,
The John Hamm one was really good.
Haley
This
Steinfeld.
one,
The thing about
She's in Black
Yeah, isn't Haley Steinfeld in one of them with the guy Hux? What's his name? Donald
John
Gleason.
Gleason.
Yeah.
Donald was in it, and I didn't like that episode.
Mm.
Not great.
Yeah, the thing about Black Mirror is that sometimes it goes too overly dark, and you kind of feel like for shock value more so than for the story. I think episode 2 of the first season is the best example of that. The one with Daniel Kaluuya. Like that episode is
Not
like
good.
too fucking
Wasn't
mean
good?
for no reason.
It was just like it was mean. I was like, what
That's
is
kind
this
of like
episode
the John
do?
Hamm one was like really dark.
Like,
and for,
what's the
not-
point of this? Yeah.
Which one?
He said the John Hamm
Yeah,
one.
John Hamm one. I think it's called White Christmas.
Oh, White Christmas. I don't think it's as dark as the one from the other one. I think. Well, I think one of my favorite ones. I might be wrong on this. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong, but I I think it's directed by. I want to say by like David Lowery or something like that. It's one of those people.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, so it is called Playtest. I know it's directed by somebody with a name. It's the main star of that episode.
Dan.
Is
Oh,
the
Dan
guy-
Trachtenberg, who did 10
10
Cloverfield
Cloverfield
Lane.
Lane. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That one. It's basically a full-on like horror episode, and it's so damn good. It's like a haunted house type of episode. It's really cool.
Okay.
San Junipero was pretty good.
Is
but
he doing
anyway,
Prey also? Dan Trachtenberg,
Is he
Wait,
what?
the new Predator movie.
Yeah, he's doing Prey.
mhm.
That's cool. I remember
Mhm.
like when it was originally supposed to be like a surprise reveal, like, but
Yeah,
then
somebody
the
leaked
leak
it. Yeah.
like
oh,
ruined
no.
it. That's so sad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Spiderhead. I don't know why we went on the Black
Oh.
Mirror.
Because you said it was like a. I mean, I enjoyed Spiderhead in the beginning. Like, this is one of my favorite Chris Hemsworth performances. He's really like
Insane.
charismatic, horror, but
Yeah,
with a horror tint
It's on
to
my
it. Like,
list.
he's goofy, charismatic, creepy, but I liked it. I liked his performance at least.
Yeah.
Miles Teller is great in this. Oh, Jernese Smollett, fantastic.
She's
in
always
it?
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So- one
Honestly,
of the
everybody is
main
pretty
people
damn
I
good
need
in
to
this
watch it.
movie.
Yeah,
This
and Joseph
thing-
Kosinski's directing was also very
Yeah.
well done here.
I think the script is what hurts this movie too.
Yeah, it didn't know. For me, I was like, it didn't know what it wanted to be. It was juggling too many like different ideas in one movie. It made the whole Chris Hemsworth's goal very like confusing a little bit. Like, especially towards the end, I'm like, okay, what's happening here? But I think the craftsmanship of it kind of like makes it like a 3 out of 5 kind of movie for me. Where the script's kind of messy, but I had a fun time watching it. I had a good time watching like the chaos unfold. So yeah, I had a good
Interesting.
time with it. It's not great, but it's a solid time.
So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at who wrote the movie, and this is her. It's a duo. This is their like credits. Deadpool
Okay.
1 and 2, Zombieland 1 and 2, Life. Ryan Gosling. No.
Yeah,
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds
Uh,
and Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal.
6 Underground,
Oh no,
and GI Joe 2.
which is worse than the first G.I. Joe. I stand by that.
Oh, Rise of Cobra. Is that
Rise
what
of
it's called?
I think
where
the
Channing
first
Tatum's
one,
or
the first one's Rise of Cobra. The second one's Retaliation.
Retaliation, where The Rock just shows up randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Channing Tatum dies in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? He's coming back, right?
I
No,
saw
he
it
comes back.
here too.
Me too. I was like, wait, Dad, he's coming back, right? He's like, I don't know, son. Yeah, it was really awkward. I was like, okay, weird. But yeah, the script is messy. Like, I wish it stuck to being like a serious horror kind of movie, psychological horror kind of movie, and it would have been like pretty well done. But it goes off the edge a little bit. But overall, it's a solid Netflix time.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like it's better than their average movies. So I guess
Yeah.
take that as you want.
Netflix is not a place for like watching great movies.
Yeah. unless
They have a few hits every once in a while.
A few, like maybe 4 or 5 a year.
Hustle.
Is it good?
Hustle, yes.
Yeah.
Hustle's
Do I need
great.
do I need to watch it though?
Yes.
Gosh, all this
look,
shit that you watch.
I don't
yes,
like
you do.
sports movies though.
I'm not a
Hey,
huge sports guy either.
I don't like sports either, and
It's
I
a
love
good
this movie.
Adam
It's fucking
Sandler
good.
movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
Maybe I'll watch it.
it's
This is like
heartwarming
a-
as hell.
This is like the perfect example of a good.
I keep
feel-good
hearing like
movie.
Oscar buzz for this too. Is it that
No,
good?
no, it's not Oscar buzzworthy, but yeah, no, it's not like on the style of Uncut Gems, but it's a very sweet.
Is it more
very,
serious like Adam Sandler?
Yeah, totally. It's a serious
yeah.
drama. It's a serious
It's
drama
still
with a
funny in it,
heartwarming.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's heartwarming. It has some good, funny moments in it as well. Yeah, but I had a great time watching this. Adam
Yeah.
Sandler doing what he loves best. He's always said that his favorite sport is basketball. He's done all these other movies where he's playing like hockey, golf, whatever. But he's in his
I mean,
element.
Grown Ups, he plays basketball.
Yeah, he does play basketball with Chris Rock and Grown Up. But he's in his element here. He takes this movie very seriously. A lot of great NBA cameos in this. It's a very serious movie. I liked his character, what he goes through. It's very relatable for just grown-ups in general, just for anybody in general when they want to chase their dreams. And it's just very cool. Like and the kid here, the kid, because he's a scout. His job is to scout people for the NBA.
Bo
And
Cruz.
what?
Bo Cruz. Oh, which kid you're talking about?
The main kid. The main the main kid that he scouts.
Yeah.
He's excellent in this movie. I think this is one of his first roles. He's just oozing with very good. I don't know what to say. It's not charisma, but just like he's very charming. It's a very charming actor. You really relate to him. You really like fall for him as a character. And a lot of this is a true story too. It feels very real too. There's no like corny endings or anything. It's a very real kind of movie. I just had a blast watching this. It's a breeze of a watch too.
It kind of gave me like during the training, like maybe not on the same level, but you know how in the first Creed movie you're like, fuck yeah, when they're like training and like running through the street. It's that same type of like hype.
Yeah, exactly. It's very like you get invested in what the characters are going through. You get connected to what the main basketball player, his experience is in this like new world for him. It's excellent. I had a great time. Great time.
Speaking of
should watch
good
it.
Netflix movies, I did a rewatch of one of me and I think Evan's favorite movies.
Set It Up! Yes!
I fucking adore this movie.
Edgar, you need to watch Set It Up. Oh,
what's it called?
It's
Set It Up.
Gwen Powell, Zoe Deutsch. Honestly, like no jokes. Zoe Deutsch in this movie is probably one of my favorite performances like ever. She is incredible.
She's incredible.
So full of life and
so
like,
full of life. So full of
so
energy.
much charisma.
Oozing with charisma, dude.
She is incredible in this movie.
The very first scene when her and Glen Powell meet on the floor and then they fall and the delivery food's all over the place. Like, hey, I got a boss right upstairs.
Yeah, this is a feel-good movie, but it's actually genuinely a good rom-com. It's one of my favorites.
This is a 5 out of fucking 5-star rom-com.
Honestly, it's fucking amazing.
When somebody tells me like, hey, what rom-com should I watch? I'm always saying, watch Set It Up. It's one of the best rom-coms.
The soundtrack is a fucking banger.
Soundtrack's fantastic.
Titus Burgess is like whatever the fuck he's doing in this movie is genius.
Excellent. He's throwing shit across the room.
Pete Davidson is the gay roommate.
Oh,
it's so good.
Amazing.
What more did you want in the movie?
Who's the main? Who's her boss?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu.
And
amazing.
What's the guy? Tay Diggs is the guy's boss. Yeah, it's about these two assistants who I'd meet when they're when they're trying to dinner for the bosses.
Yeah, these two
their bosses are like very like uptight and stuff, so they try and hook them up together so they become more relaxed and stuff. And
exactly, yeah,
it's so fun.
Two interns living in New York. They're not getting a breath. They have other things they want to do like in life. And then they're like, how about we get our two bosses to hook up so they can give us some free time? So it's them trying to get them together. But of course, rom-com tropes fall in there.
Yeah, it's just like it's oozing with charisma and it's so charming.
You can't stop smiling the entire movie.
It's the best.
It's excellent. I'm so glad I found Josh, another person who loves Set It Up. Set It Up is just the best.
I was towards the end of this month. I was in like a feel-good watch.
Yeah.
So I rewatched Chef, which is another one of my favorite feel-good movies. Yeah. Right, it's just so heartwarming and it just hits like right when you need it.
Rom-com movies just.
I rewatched About Time. Also.
Oh God, that's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, but it's also like Rachel McAdams is so wholesome in it. And
she's great. And then a wild Margot Robbie appears in that movie too.
Okay. Vanessa Kirby.
Kirby.
This cast is insane.
Donald Gleason, the luckiest guy in the world in that movie. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie it's really
broke me,
wonderful,
dude.
and it's
when
it's
I
like when you needed to try, this is the perfect movie to watch.
yeah, when I first saw About Time, I just broke down because it's a movie with between Rachel and Donald, but then you realize like it's also a good, fantastic
Good
father
father-son
son
movie,
movie.
yeah.
And when that moment comes at the end, you're just like,
And the way they like twist a little sci-fi element into it is really
yeah,
cool. Like,
excellent.
Edgar, have you seen this?
Which one?
About Time?
About Time.
With Donald Gleason,
Rachel McAdams,
Rachel McAdams.
Bill
I don't
Nighy.
think so.
Nighy.
Yeah,
I need to see
you-
the. I need to see the poster. Let me see. About Time.
Yeah. I think you'll realize like, oh, okay, yeah. It's one of those movies that just hits.
Can you see it?
Are you
Can't see it at
sure
all.
it's called About Time?
There.
About Time? Yeah, right there.
Oh,
See it,
okay.
Edgar,
Okay.
on the screen. Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh, okay. I've seen the poster, but I haven't seen the movie.
It's really good. It's way
yeah.
more charming and honestly just like it's so sweet and
Yeah.
heartbreaking, and it's wonderful.
When I think of best rom-coms, that's definitely up there.
That set it up.
Set it up.
I was in a rom-com mood. Like,
I love 10 Things I Hate About You.
Haven't seen that one though.
Isn't that 10 Things I Hate About You is one with our guy Heath Ledger. He's
I've
great
seen it.
in that one. I've seen a lot of. Well, my friend at work, he used to
Last Christmas is another one of my favorite guilty
Last
pleasure rom-coms
Christmas. Have I
with
ever
Amelia
seen
Clark and Henry Golding.
I love Amelia Clark. Oh, no, that's recent.
Oh yeah.
You like? Is that good?
It's good. I like
Yeah.
it. It's not the
Okay.
best, but it's.
My
Yeah,
dad
guilty
loved
pleasure.
it. Yeah, I need to watch that one. I never saw it because I felt like when I watched the trailer, I was like, did I know how it's going to end? But
It goes weird places. The ending.
okay, because when I'm watching,
It's
I'm
good,
like,
though.
hopefully this isn't spoiled for me, but I think I know how it ends. But hopefully I'm wrong as I watch it. But anyways, yeah, I love rom-coms. One of my favorites.
Speaking of
It's like sci-fi then rom-coms.
Yeah, another rom-com I watched for the first time was called Plus One. Have you guys heard of this movie?
No,
Stars Jack Quaid and
great from The Boys.
Maya Erdstein, which is like incredible in this movie. She's so good. It's like these two best friends from college who are single and go to a lot of weddings, so they decide, hey, let's just do this whole wedding circuit together, so to make it more bearable. Then they end up like a typical rom-com, falling in love and going through that, and it's very like typical rom-com, but like the performances really elevate it.
Okay.
Like Maya Erdstein is incredible.
Where'd you watch this on? Hulu?
It's on Hulu, yeah.
Oh,
I gotta say,
yeah,
Hulu
okay.
is like the best
about
place for like
Yeah.
indies and like rom-coms.
I love that trope. Like, hey, let's be a plus one, or let's just start off as friends.
Yeah,
and then
it's a fun movie.
Okay, I definitely.
It's very like it's very similar to Palm Springs. Like,
Okay.
very similar.
Ooh, I adore Palm Springs.
Yeah,
of course.
which is another one of my favorite rom-coms.
Yeah, man. Yeah, rom-coms hitting all over the place.
Speaking of kind of rom-com, but also depressing love story, a series I watched for the first time, Normal People.
Oh yeah, this
Have you
was a
heard
huge
about this?
phenomenon. Like,
Yeah,
no,
it
I've
is.
never watched it. Yeah.
It is incredible. It is the intimacy, like this show, like it's just so realistic and dealing with love and like these two people growing up together and like apart and together again. It's really good. Daisy Edgar Jones is phenomenal. Paul Mescal they're the two leads. They're really good.
Yeah, that's where I first heard of them through this.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just so the relatability of both these characters is so like authentic
Mm-hmm.
and really well done.
It's like an hour long each episode.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like half-hour episodes, but there's 12 of them.
Okay. Yeah. I
But
gotta
it's
watch
like
that
it goes through these like two people's like whole like let's say 15 to like mid-20s, and
Okay.
it's like they're both Irish. So it's in Ireland. It's directed by the director of Room, starring Brie Larson. That
one.
movie.
Oh, that room. I'm gonna say that room. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
it's good. Not the Room, not Tony Wiseau or Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, but yeah, definitely recommend it. It's one of the best miniseries I've watched in this decade.
Nice.
So, do you want to
yeah.
talk about Elvis?
Are we doing Elvis? all this time?
I mean, I only have 3 more movies on my list, and then the
Really?
rest are just TV
I have
shows.
a
Yeah.
lot more.
Yeah, I have a lot of TV shows.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
finish the movies real quick then.
Yeah,
Which is
let
TV.
me see.
Elvis. I watched it last night. I'm a Baz Luhrmann fan, so I really had fun with this movie.
So you're to blame, Josh.
It's definitely long and messy, and uneven, but like that's what most of his films are. It's really
Yeah.
there for the style and the vibrancy. Like it's really fresh. It's a breath of fresh air in a sea of like boring, bland biopics.
Yeah. Not only
It's very
biopics, but
similar
there's,
to Rocket Man, which is it's the one that side instead of like Bohemian Rhapsody, which is bad.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Nathan.
like I wouldn't even just add to like above average of biopics, like in terms of style. I would just say blockbusters in general. Because,
Yeah.
like this
It's-
movie has a lot of style, and like
It has
took
that
me-
Baz Luhrmann signature, like fast-paced
Yeah.
editing, like
yeah,
cuts.
it took me a bit to like adjust.
Arjun's
to it,
here in
like,
the chat, by the way.
Hey,
oh,
What's
it
up?
took me a minute to adjust because like it was very
it's a lot.
boring for- like it literally feels like one of those TikTok videos.
is
of,
this
like,
your
Van
first
Damme.
Baz Luhrmann movie, Victor?
No. I've seen some before, but I haven't like seen one like in a while.
Yeah, it's been a
and
while. Yeah, since his
So
last
I was
one.
like very taken aback, and then I went in to take like a pee break, and I was like, okay, you have to focus. You know,
You
we're
left the
in-
middle of the movie.
I mean,
Man,
it's
first
2
time.
hours 40 minutes, so
No excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, my UTI.
it's very bloated and messy, but it's a fun.
You guys are really convincing me to watch it.
yeah,
Yes.
Evan, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a movie for you.
Well,
Yeah.
like Tom
It's
Hanks
good
is
though. Like
so
I
over
keep
the
thinking
top.
about it. Like it's sticking with me. Like the music's
Yeah.
really good, and the way they weave it into the editing is like it's Baz Luhrmann, so the editing is obviously really fucking good.
I heard good and bad things about the editing. Like I don't know
If you like
this-
Baz Luhrmann, you'll love it.
is it good editing or is it like if I
No,
like
I
Baz Luhrmann
think there's some
editing?
legitimately good like.
Like,
editing.
what do you have to say? It's not being Baz Luhrmann shield like Josh here. But...
I think the editing is very messy at the beginning, but it gets better as the movie progresses.
The scene, like the Phaedrus rehearsal scene, and like the what's the song called? That scene, like where he starts his Vedas act, Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
The way it like edits the current, the past, and like his past self performing that song is really cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say the first 30 minutes are the toughest to get through because
I
like,
thought the first like act was the best part.
well, yeah, but I mean, I'm saying in terms of editing because like it goes back in time, like
Yeah.
it goes.
Oh yeah,
flashback
the
and
first like
forward.
where it starts with the colonel
Yeah.
like on his deathbed. Yeah.
Yeah, so for like the first like act of the movie, you're like trying to catch up with the movie itself. So from that-
Austin Butler though is like
Yeah.
I get the hype. He's
Yeah.
fantastic.
like I got this feeling while watching this movie, just thinking like, man, we're gonna get this guy in Dune. He's gonna be a
Right.
villain. Like I can't fucking wait to see him like beat
But
the shit out of Tom.
but Tom Hanks though.
Tom Hanks.
How
is
is
Tom
it?
Hanks
that
was
great?
on something during this movie.
Oh, he was so over the top. Imagine,
Oh,
okay, imagine if Tom Hanks was playing a version of the Penguin. That's what you get here.
Mixed with Jared Leto from House of Gucci.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite the combination.
But yeah, honestly, like this movie's alright.
I really
cast,
enjoyed it.
the one cast member that surprised me was guy from Power Rangers.
Oh, Dacre Montgomery.
Yeah,
Also
Oh,
from
he's in it?
Stranger Things, Billy from
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
yeah, he's
Wow.
in it, not a lot, but he's pretty good. He was the one person that I was like,
Calvin
oh,
Harrison Jr. is in it as BB King. He's
Oh,
good,
yeah.
too.
the one another cast member that I was laughing my ass off, and like not actually out loud, like internally, but like it was watching a Cody Smith at McPhee.
Troy Smith, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically playing like an exaggerated version of his character in The Power of the Dog. And
Yeah.
it's so fucking hilarious.
What?
There's some good like It's some good laughs in this movie. Unintentional laughs. It's good.
Oh wow.
It's just
Like,
a fun
I'll-
time. I had a blast with it.
I'll
And
say
the
this.
music, like the sound design, is fantastic. Like during the music sequences.
Yeah.
Then there's a
I'll say
random like Doja Cat needle drop when he's walking through Bill Street.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
It's
How?
weird.
Okay.
I'll say this, Evan. If you were able to sit through Jurassic World Dominion, this is gonna be a walk in the park.
Yeah, it's very fast paced, but it does feel slow, which is crazy.
Yeah, I might cop. I
Watch
might
it
cop
when it
to
comes out on like VOD or something.
Yeah, I might watch, but the VOD's gonna be what 19.99 or something like that.
Or whenever it goes to stream, it'll probably be like HBO since it's Warner Brothers. But
Oh, this is HBO or this is
Yeah.
WB?
it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I might just wait to HBO Max then. Yeah, I waited for Harry Potter. I can wait for this.
Another movie that I think all of us watch. Well, two movies actually. One, Lightyear, which I don't know if you could want to get into it.
Never heard of that one.
Get into it a bit.
Oh,
I
what are you
had
talking
fun
about?
with this movie.
I had fun with
I
it.
didn't hate
Yeah,
it, yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, like my biggest takeaway with this movie is that it's probably the nerdiest Pixar movie that I've seen.
Is it, though?
to date.
Like
I
the
think
first
so.
30 minutes are, but then it just gets.
I don't think
generic
it's like
after that.
too complicated.
If it stuck where like his mission to, if that was the whole movie, I would have loved it.
What
like
mission?
his
Wait,
Mission to like,
let's get into spoilers here.
yeah, his mission to like find a way to leave the planet.
You can't do that for 2 hours.
If they had stinted it, they could, and really like, I don't know. I really like that part of the movie.
That
and it
part
just
was
got really
good though.
generic
Yeah,
after it.
excellent montage. Excellent
Yeah.
montage at the beginning where it's like 10 years goes by.
It was like
20
Ad
years
Astra,
goes
like
by.
Interstellar, those type of vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally Interstellar. But yeah, I also had Ad Astra vibe where he's just like pondering with being alone, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Like that's what
Um,
it's. If they just made a Pixar like retro sci-fi movie, I would have loved it.
Yeah. It does get like I love the first couple acts, but then like towards the end it does kind of get
It
like
just like generic. Like,
oh, it's a clone
up,
of not it's
yeah.
a different version of Buzz.
That was weird.
Like, this is weird, and then
It's really weird when you consider that he's supposed to be his dad in Toy Story.
Yeah, it was a weird
Yeah.
twist.
it was just like it wasn't it wasn't like the theme of him learning to like get help from others and accept what you got kind of thing. I don't think it was like as strong or as pressed on as other Pixar
No,
movies
yeah.
that really have
Mhm.
like strong themes that they really touch on
Yeah.
multiple times. A movie like Soul where
It
you
was
have
definitely a
scene-
more like kiddie Pixar movie.
yeah, it was definitely kiddie. It just didn't hit home
Even
as
though,
much as
like,
I wanted it to.
It has that maturity in the first act, but then it
Yeah.
just loses it.
It has mature levels, but just doesn't like nail the theme, and that's like the big theme for Pixar movies. Like you have to nail like
Yeah.
what your message is, and I don't think this really achieved that. But yeah, I mean, the thing about his father being his father, like wasn't that was just a joke in the second movie,
Yeah.
right? So, but yeah,
It was just a play on Star Wars.
It was a play on Star
Yeah.
Wars, yeah. But
But
it was
I will say, Sops the Cat is like the best thing Pixar has ever created.
excellent. Oh, that's a bit
Like,
far.
It's
Yeah.
no, it's like everything that cat did was hilarious. Like the way
I-
it walked, the way it made the sound effects.
I do agree
So
with
funny.
that. He's pretty damn funny. I
So
was
good.
going through the voice actor, and he's been like in a ton of movies, Pixar movies. He's
Yeah.
Incredibles, Ratatouille, Luca, MU, The Good Dinosaur. He's like basically in every single movie. Basically, funny as socks, but
What's the name of the voice
ev-
actor?
everything right that they did with
Oh, he's an
Socks-
animator at Pixar.
yeah.
Okay.
Everything that they did right with Socks is like they didn't apply any
Oh,
of that for
wait.
Taika Waititi's character.
The voice of Sots directed The Dinosaur.
Oh,
And he's directing Elemental, which is the next Pixar movie.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for Elemental.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But what were you saying about Taika's character, Edgar?
oh, that everything that works about Socks doesn't work about his Taika
Yeah.
character because he's
But
like.
I did
funny.
laugh at the way the pin joke at the end, the way it came
Yeah.
around.
That was
I
really
did
funny.
laugh. That was a good laugh.
Yeah, yeah. His character was just like goofy for the sake of just being goofy.
It was like felt like they needed to add like the character of levity, but they
Exactly.
forgot they had Sots already. That was weird. But yeah, speaking of
Um,
Pitstar, I rewatched a few Pitstar movies for our top 10 episode that happened earlier in the month. I rewatched Luca and really liked it more on this rewatch. A good gay movie.
Oh my gosh.
Even though they couldn't go all the way,
Like,
it's still really good.
If Call Me by Your Name never came out, like would this movie be as gay as we think it is?
Yeah. It came out during Pride Month too, so.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I rewatched Soul.
Soul was
and
good.
that's
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Excellent. Still my favorite movie of 20.
So
what was it,
like
19?
existential
2020?
and
2020.
it makes you think about life and what you're doing with it.
Yeah, that movie came out at the very end of 2020. I'm like, 2020 has not been a good year. And then I saw this. I'm like, okay. So
2020 was a good year. It was a good year for indies.
It was decent. 2020 had like 10.
Black
great
Bear
movies.
came out. Black Bear was amazing.
Black Bear. Black Bear was great. I gave it like 4 out of 5 though. I'm like, Black Bear was great, but not like
Minari came out. Wait, come on.
good.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I rewatched Toy Story 4.
Loved that one.
Definitely liked it more. This
Rain
one.
effects.
The animation is gorgeous in that movie.
Great.
Incredibles 2, pretty mid.
No, I wouldn't say mid. I put Incredibles 2 the same place that I give Lightyear, like 3.5 out of 5. Fun time. Fun time, slightly forgettable. Yeah. I need to rewatch Incredibles 2.
If you just want to finish, Black Phone, should we get to that?
Black Phone.
Oh, let's go Black Phone. Black Phone horror
Spoilers.
I also watched it last night.
film. You want to talk spoilers for Black Phone?
Yeah,
Should
sure.
we?
Why not?
Yeah, it's been like a few weeks.
Let's give non-spoilers first, then spoilers.
All right.
Non-spoiler wise, loved this movie. It just rocks. It's a fun, high intensity, great,
really well directed by Scott
really
Derrickson.
well
Wait,
directed.
Yeah, wait.
Scott Derrickson. This is his best movie. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but
It's better than Doctor Strange. Yeah.
what was? Yeah, it is. But what's the one? What's the one before Sinister? Was that him?
Sinister.
I always get him
Yeah.
confused with James Gunn. James Gunn and him did something else.
Slither was James
Slither,
Gunn.
Sinister,
Yeah.
and Slither. I get them confused all the time. But
Yeah, also did the exorcism of Emily Rose. Yeah, Emily Rose. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I heard about that one. But yeah, Black Phone is just what surprised me about Black Phone is that it's a great horror movie. Great horror.
Scott
vibes.
Derrickson directed The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah,
Oh, I've never seen
the
it.
remake.
I've heard that was really bad.
Keanu Reeves.
But yeah, it's great horror vibes. Great antagonist in Ethan Hawke. Great performance from Ethan.
Oh, yeah, Ethan Hawke is like he doesn't do much, but when he's there, like he has such a presence.
Great presence. But the two standouts are the kids,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the son and the daughter. Son and the sister.
they're amazing.
She's really good, and he's excellent in the movie.
Mason
um,
Thames and Madeline Mitraw.
Yes, yeah. She's been in something before.
She
reminded me of
was
some- I couldn't
think she
remember.
was a kid from Him and Lost with the daughter.
Oh
she's,
wow! Fuck. Maybe you're
What's her
right.
name? Cassie? No, she's Young Hope actually. Never mind.
Young Hope.
Mm.
Hope Van
She's
Dyne.
in La Llorona.
It's a hide and seek scene.
Is that a flashback?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Cool. But yeah, their dynamic was what really made the movie special. Like without their brotherly, familial sibling dynamic, this movie wouldn't be nearly as special. But that really like helped the movie achieve that like connectness you got with the two characters, like where you really started to root for them was through their relationship. Loved that so much. And it got increasingly emotional as it went on. I just loved it so much. I was
really jump scares too, like really well done.
really
With
good jump
the-
scares. There's
the-
one,
the effects, like where
yeah,
the kids call back, like it's cool.
Yeah, the very first jump scare, like
Oh.
it really did get me. Like it's really
It's
well
creepy.
done. This movie is like any parent's like worst nightmare, and which is funny because we keep saying that it's such a fun movie to watch. But yeah, like Derek Scholes never fails to surprise in this movie. He always he makes a point of showing you something so it has a payoff by the
Yeah,
end.
every shot feels like vital and important.
Yeah, like I don't know if we want to get into spoilers already, but like some of the things that the main kid does in the room, like it actually comes all together by the end.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really cool.
Yeah, this movie comes full circle big time. Like it was such a
The
tight
dreams from
script.
the sister too. Like,
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Let's get into
Probably this movie-
spoilers here.
Yeah, I feel like this movie it's gonna be like such a rewarding movie to watch on repeat because you're gonna
Yeah.
know so many things.
Totally. I walked out. I was like, "This is an instant like Halloween favorite to watch now."
Yeah.
Just in terms of like getting to the spooky vibe. But I did not expect this movie to have a lot of supernatural elements to it. Going in,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's a kidnapping story with Ethan Hawke kidnapping the kid. He's the secret way out. The end. I did not expect the sister to have some kind of like dream vision scenario here.
Lorraine Warren type of shit.
Yeah, it was very surprising, but I loved it, and I like how the cops were like not idiot cops. They
right?
believed
They
her.
weren't like mean cops.
They were like, "What is she? She can't be telling the truth. She's crazy." They're like, "No,
Yeah.
tell us what was in your visions." I'm like, "Okay, this is really cool. I like
And the
that."
dad, like the abusive father, played by
Yo.
Jeremy Davies, who was
I
also
love that he has
Balder
a
and
yeah, I
Dog
love-
War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great.
Edgar started.
Edgar Freeze.
Oh, you froze out there for a second, Edgar. But
Oh, I was just saying that I love that even the father has like a small arc in the movie.
Yeah.
great art because like where it gets to the point where you're not sympathizing with him, but you kind of understand him a little bit. There's that great scene at the very end when he gives him that hug and they just look at him.
Yeah.
It's very good because it's like they've been through a lot with that dad, but he still loves him. But it's like you understand why the kids feel that way towards him. It was just a very good family background that really anchored this movie. Gave it a lot of heart that I did not see coming.
I feel like this movie does a lot of what It Chapter 1 and 2 were praised for the
Yeah.
violence against the kids, but this movie is actually violent against kids.
Yeah, like the first scene where like the father like I just beats the
Beats
daughter.
them.
Like that was
Not
very
even-
violent.
Yeah,
It's
not
very-
even that, not even just that, but like even like the rock fight at the end.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
after
Yeah,
school.
what the hell? These kids are crazy. I'm like, what the hell? And then I like the sister just came around and just
Yeah.
beat his ass. I was like, let's go. Yeah, that was a great scene. But yeah, the kids in the visions too. Another aspect I did not see coming was these kids were dead, but they were giving him
It was so
assistance
cool.
through the phone.
Yeah.
Too.
Wow, crazy cool concept. Yeah.
I never really paid attention to the trailers, so that's why
It felt like a video game kind of.
Right.
Yeah. Like level 1, level 2 kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Like getting the knowledge to like
Yeah.
have the one like final run where you complete everything.
Sounds really cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're all giving them different visions and just talking about like themselves pre-death. It was just very like it got very sad to a point. Like when you started talking to the guy that used to be his best friend, the guy that was very good at fighting. I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
god, this really hurts. But man,
I-
loved this movie.
Yeah, that scene where he gets to escape like halfway through the movie. It's so fucking intense
Dude,
because
You would have never caught my ass. I'd have been
Yeah.
gone. There's no way the guy literally just drove around, tackled him like this. I'm banging on doors. I'm screaming. Oh man, that got me so hyped. I was just like, I felt so bad. Like I would have never.
Yeah,
stopped
my
running.
like I talked about earlier, I saw this with the basically a sold out theater, and like it was cool like hearing everyone cheering for the kid, like when he
Yeah.
kills Ethan Hawke finally.
Oh, dude, when he's
Yeah.
got him in the
Oh.
neck hold, and then he's looking at the phone. It's like, it's for you. I'm like, fantastic. Yeah. I started losing my
also
shit.
he has a very small role in the movie, but James Ransom as the brother.
Oh,
as the idiot
yeah,
brother.
that's who that was. He's from It,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah,
Chapter-
he's from
Chapter
It. He's
2.
Eddie,
That's
I think.
why he looked familiar. Yeah, the one.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
Which one was he?
I think he was Eddie in It. Let
It's
me
Eddie,
check.
Yeah,
No, what was he doing in the movie? I mean,
Oh,
He
he
was
was
the
the
brother.
brother.
Ethan Hawke's brother, the
oh,
coked out white guy.
yes. Okay, grown up Eddie. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
His storyline is so fucking funny because he's trying to figure out like who
Yeah.
kidnapped all of these kids, and he's living
And then
with them.
the reveal when like Ethan Hawke comes down the stairs and puts his axe through his head. Oh,
Oof, yeah, that was wild, man. And the fact that he was across the street too, and all that was happening.
Yeah, this is a
That I-
good horror movie.
Great horror,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
that little twist I didn't expect. Like for him to have like two houses like right.
Oh
next
yeah,
to
that was
each other.
cool.
Yeah,
Smart. That movie just it hit. I think that's like my number 8 or 9 of the year. I
The
loved
costume
it.
design for Ethan Hawke too, like so good.
Great. Yeah, I
That's
like how
like
the
the
mask was like half off, half on.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
yeah. That's like
And
an
once it was
instant
completely
classic.
off, he like really like was
Yeah.
broke down.
Man, good stuff. What were you saying, Edgar? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying that the design of the mask is like an instant classic for like the horror genre, at least
Yeah.
modern.
I'm
Mm.
glad they're doing a Horror Nights house for this movie. Like there's some really
Yeah.
good moments like with the kids and yeah. That'll be fun.
Good. Okay.
One last movie I want to touch on real quick before we get to
sure.
TV. I
Yeah.
rewatched Fresh from earlier this year.
Rewatched it. Yeah. How was it?
Yeah. I don't it's not the best movie, but I still have a blast with this movie. It's one of the funnest movies this year for me.
Yeah, it's great. Sebastian Stan's best performance.
It's his best, I think.
Yeah,
He's
I think
so
so, too.
different compared to everything he's done so far.
There's a great dance sequence, right, in that one.
There's
Oh my
two
God.
really good dance sequences, like
Uh-huh.
at the beginning, and the one at the end is so good.
It's
And the
just,
climax.
it's a terrifying movie.
But like it's really fun too. Like, it has that
Terrifying,
balance.
fun. It balances that tone very well, where it can just
Yeah.
be. It's not straight up horror. You're having fun with it, but you're also like, damn, what
Some of
she's
the best
going
needle
through.
drops of the year. Like
Oh,
the
totally.
music is so good.
Big time. Yeah, that movie is just it's uncomfortable to a degree.
It's more like
Uh,
I
Yeah.
get why people say it's more like style than substance. Like I definitely did that.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
really care because it's
Just-
really fun.
It's not like no lack of a better word.
It
here, but
tries to be
there's
like
not
it
a lot of-
tries to say something like Get Out kind of.
Yeah.
It doesn't fully succeed, but it's
Yeah.
still really fun.
That was my main negative too. Like, there's not a lot of meat to the story.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of like, yeah.
Pun
but-
intended.
It's just like, yeah, but the vibe of it, the whole like viewing experience is very fun.
And
yeah,
the first time I
agree.
watched this was at Sundance. It was the premiere, right? So I had
Oh.
no idea what this movie was to be about. So that
Yeah.
twist, like the title drop, like 45 minutes in, was like unreal. That was such a
Wild.
cool experience.
Yeah. I had an inkling, but when it got to that, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
where we're
so
going.
cool.
Okay, this is crazy. Also, before we leave, though, I saw my favorite movie of the year in June. I forgot RRR was this month.
Oh right.
I mean, it came out a couple of months ago, but I
need
first
to watch
saw it
this
in
still.
June. And
It's on
it
Netflix,
is
huh?
Netflix. It's a Hindi movie, but it's
So much buzz
dubbed
about it
through
right now.
Telugu. But it is just phenomenal. Directing is great. Style was 100%. It just has so
So
much.
I really
energy.
want to watch it, but it's 3 hours, so it's like a big commitment.
It's a big commitment. I managed to watch it twice, 2 days in a row. I watched it. I watched my
Wow.
mom. Next day, I was like, Jalen, we gotta watch it. He's like, okay, fine. And
I've
we-
heard it's like a really like what
Yeah.
blockbusters should be, right?
Exactly. It's like what American blockbusters should be. There's great dance sequences. There's great romance. There's great comedy. There's great action. There's great drama. It has all the best genres. The two main leads play the characters of Akhtar and Ram are amazing. Apparently, like some of the best Indian actors also out in India,
Yeah,
and they're
it's
just
definitely want to watch it.
they're incredible. They have a great dynamic, great brotherly dynamic. There's great tropes in that the movie. It's just in the action is top notch, like top notch, ridiculous, but yeah, it's not really believable, but it's just like top notch, wild, insane
I
sequence
keep
that has your
seeing
mouth
clips
dropping.
of that suspenders dance. I'm like,
Oh, it's so good, and this is
Yeah.
all of them. It's like it's all of them.
really?
There's
It's all physical.
no CGI or anything. It's all of them. All of them. They do so many takes.
I need to watch it.
It's great behind the scenes stuff too, if you want to get into all that. But yeah, I love this movie so much. Like, this is not leave my top 10 of the year. It might drop down a few places. if I
It's your
rewatch
number
some
one
other
right now?
ones. It's my number one. It's like this and Top Gun. Great stuff. I love action movies.
I'm gonna talk about one last movie. Besides Minions, of course.
Oh god.
We can do that.
I've heard so much buzz around this movie for like
Oh,
5-ish years, but I never gotten the chance to watch it. until-
Rival.
Set it up.
The Ritual on Netflix.
Oh yeah, you've been like raving about this movie.
Yeah.
This
It's
on
like-
Netflix, Hulu.
Yeah, it's like
What
such
year was
a
this?
2017.
Okay. David
It
Bruckner.
it feels like an old-fashioned creature feature.
Oh
that-
shit! It's the director
What?
of The Night House.
Yeah,
Oh, I never saw it
Night
now.
you,
Night House
you know
is
how
fantastic.
you remember how in the Night House he builds tension with like the house and the atmosphere and like
The
camera
Set
like
design
the-
is incredible in that movie.
yeah, the way the camera is like angled in certain shots. That's like this movie, The Ritual, is like the predecessor to that because
Yeah.
the way that he builds tension in this, like there's times where the characters are just looking through the trees and you're like shitting yourself because it's so fucking scary. Even though there's nothing, your brain starts like playing games with you,
Oh
and
man, I don't know if I can
Put this on my
watch
watch
this one.
list.
It sounds scary.
it's so fucking good. What's the main guy? Raf Spall, I think that's his name.
Hmm.
He's so fucking good. He delivers like such an emotionally draining performance because like, so basically the main plot of the movie is that this group of friends, one of their friends dies in violently, like in an accident in like a grocery store or whatever. So they go on this trip on the woods to like honor him because white people. So they go on this trip and they have two options. They either go through the mountains or take a shortcut, which is through the woods. And that's
let's
when-
take the shortcut and see what happens. Oh, boy.
yeah. And things get really creepy really fast. And
All I need to know.
I think this is probably one of my favorite creature designs like that I've seen in a while.
yeah.
Like, it's fucking incredible. The way that it looks, the way that it moves, the way that it sounds, it's so damn good. I wouldn't say it's overly scary that, oh my god, I can't watch this, but it's definitely like, it's more vibe than actual like jump scares. Like,
Kind of like the fear of the unknown kind of thing.
yeah.
It's kind of like what I got with The Witch in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
I was like scared throughout watching The Witch. I'm like, oh shoot. But by the end, you realize like there wasn't too many horror jump scares in The Witch.
Yeah.
And I love that kind of movie. So yeah, this is on ever since you mentioned it, it's been on my Netflix watch list.
Where did you watch this?
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's on
The
Netflix. I
Ritual.
think it's an original, yeah.
Even the poster has like 5 guys going to the woods. I'm like, couldn't be me, fam. But I'll watch it nonetheless.
Yeah, the third act of that movie is fucking crazy. But anyway, Minions. It's
Minions
Do
is-
we have to talk about it? Or?
it's cinema, and that's all I'm gonna say.
What'd you rate it? 3 to 5?
3 out of 5. It's not horrible. It's not the worst thing that I've seen in my life. So.
I saw fucking Sean like raving about it on Twitter.
I loved it. That's amazing.
Give it 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Wow.
I think it was part of the joke, but yeah.
I know, yeah.
Given the box
It's crazy,
office,
just the box office and like the way the memes have like
yeah.
come true and like affected it. It's crazy.
This is what Morbius wishes it was.
Yeah.
Do you guys think like this is a try getting like best animated movie because of like the hype and because of the craziness?
Oh, they're
Or just, like-
nominated maybe, but not
In
so
terms of
Yeah.
nominated, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Nominated.
they never give those
No
movies
way.
like wins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never.
I don't. It depends on what type of animated movies we.
It'll
get
win
for
the
rest of
Golden
the
Globe
year.
though. It could win
did?
Golden Globe. No, it could.
It could.
Oh,
Like, I could definitely
yeah.
see that.
Or like,
I think in terms of best animated, so far we have Turning Red, Bad Guys, Minions, Lightyear. I don't think Lightyear's getting nominated though. What's the one coming out at the end of this year?
we have Strange World. Is that what's called? The Disney
Strange
one?
New World. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
So-
that was really.
Oh,
Um,
is
Pretty
it?
cool.
Disney's on a streak right now, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like Frozen 2 and Encanto, Raya. All fantastic.
Raya rocks. I was
Um,
so happy.
but
Raya
yeah, we
won.
also have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is I'm really excited.
That might actually win now that I'm
That could
thinking
win,
about it.
yeah. It'll be that or like
Coming at the end of the
Strange
year,
World,
kind of
probably.
having that Spider-Verse effect there. That could be nice.
Yeah.
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 We also have the Key and Peele stop motion movie. I forgot what it's called.
Hmm.
Wendell and Wild.
Hmm.
It's from Netflix. Key and Peele are like the main characters, but it's directed by Henry Selick, who did Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas. So it's like really esteemed like a stop motion director who's like doing a weird like Key and Peele comedic horror movie. It's really interesting.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
Do you guys want to transition to the big 3 TV shows at the moment? Well,
I've talked about. There's a ton of TV.
There's like 5 that we need to talk about.
I think. Oh yeah, we have to talk about Kenobi, huh?
Kenobi, Miss Marvel, The Boys, Stranger Things, Barry.
I've watched so much TV, and that's not even including the anime I've been watching this month. I've watched like 10 shows this month. It's crazy. Yeah, let's start with Kenobi though. Let's start with Kenobi. Yeah. Kenobi had its ending, and I freaking loved it. I like the show a lot.
Finale.
I think I'm done with all this should have been movie stuff. Stop it.
No, I hate that argument.
I don't, especially quick side tangent. I haven't talked about this in Hyperspace Hype yet because we haven't had a Hyperspace Hype since the news came out about like the planned trilogy, stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
the trilogy sounds bad. I'll be the first one to say it. It sounds bad. Like the first movie was what we got here. I don't want 3 movies about.
I don't
Kenobi.
want a season 2. I really don't.
I don't want a season 2 or anything. People are like, "Well, the movie plan said like he will learn and train how to be a Force ghost."
We don't need that. We don't need to see it.
I don't need to see that. Like
it's all implied.
6 episodes of him training guys. What? Sounds stupid. It's dumb. People are like,
I don't think we should get more. Keep it a limited series.
Commander Cody was supposed to be in this guarding Luke or something. Get out of here. We don't want that. No, sorry, Sean. No Commander Cody. It just sounded. Everything after this season just sounds so fanficky and bad. Could it have been good? Probably, but I don't need it.
Anyway, Ever Chow it probably could have been, but
yeah, but it's just like we could get a weird Force shit. I'm all about weird Force stuff, but like for 6 episodes,
I mean that's what I wanted of the show, and we still kind of got it. Like, we got bits of it, but
exactly
keep that for like Afterlight.
Like that trilogy sounds like a fan fiction. Like
right? It's like just imagine having to waste.
Honestly, one of the only good things of Solo's like bomb was not in that trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, because look, imagine having to waste like 5 or 6 years on 3 Kenobi movies, but the same character, same cast. I'm like, this is boring. Like, give me like whatever.
3 movies would have been way more bearable than what hopefully we don't get with multiple seasons. Like, I don't want another season. Just keep it 6 episodes. It had a perfect ending. Like the ending, the last shot was beautiful.
No movie, no season. I agree.
Like him going into the place we see, like we meet him in New Hope. Like that's poetic. Keep it that way.
Fantastic. He had a good, complete, full circle arc in this TV series. I liked it a lot. Did it feel like it was split up a little bit sometimes? Some of the production value was a bit low.
Yeah, production. That's my main issue with the series is that like it was did not look the best.
Not look the
best.
But
very janky sometimes.
I still think the show looks better than something like Boba Fett, but it needed that extra money, needed that extra cash.
I talked about this on Hyper.
That's my main issue.
Why did these 2 shows look so bad compared to Mandalorian? Like Mandalorian has also used in the volume, but it didn't look as bad as this. Like
it probably has a higher budget because it's like
why they're both this. They're all using the volume. Why does one have a higher budget than a Mandalorian?
I don't know because it was the first thing and it was as big of a success. So maybe the second season got more of a budget.
I guess it just felt so weird. Like this is such a highly coveted show, and they didn't put as much budget into it as.
That's my main problem with these Disney Plus series. Like aside from Mando and Loki and WandaVision, like all of them have looked like very iffy, like questionable. There's some good
I wouldn't
shots,
say that. I feel like most of them look decent. Like most of them don't even have like Hawkeye doesn't have bad effects. They filmed in New York. It looks like they filmed in New York.
But tell that for most of them they have lesser budgets than like movies.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think of something else.
Because like I'm rewatching Loki right now, and it looks incredible. Like straight through, it still looks really good.
It looks like it has like a HBO budget.
Yeah, exactly. It has like a good budget.
Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
And the way they use their budget in Loki and like Mando is really like effective enough to where it doesn't look TV. As much.
Yeah, exactly. It's just really weird. But in general, though, having said that, I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's probably my favorite Star Wars live action next to Mando season 1, maybe. But even then, this has way stronger like in terms of
Themes.
character
Themes are better.
themes.
Yeah, character
Mando
work.
season 1, I'm like, I think this is what the show's about. But like Kenobi is a great arc. Reva, fantastic arc. Even side characters like Tala, great side character.
See, the people complaining that it should have been a movie, we wouldn't have gotten these side characters if it was a
Right?
movie at
Like,
all. Like they would have been exploited.
Tala helped Obi-Wan grow big time.
Yeah. Haja.
Having this be about Princess Leia surprised me, and it
We
worked.
would have got less Leia if it was a movie. Like 100%.
Yeah, it worked. It worked full on from episode 1, episode 6. Leia was a very instrumental.
She's
character.
the best part of the series. Like her
She's
dynamic
fantastic.
with Obi-Wan is the main reason why I loved it.
Yeah, it gave it so much heart that you just didn't see coming. It's a perfect reason for
Yeah.
him to leave Tatooine.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
very good jumping off point for him.
In a show where the main highlight was, we're gonna see the rematch of the century, Vader versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
For it to be by the end of the show, the highlight to be little Leia, that's so
Yeah.
fucking cool for
It's
me.
cool.
I agree. I totally agree. And just Reva's character arc, like ever since episode 1 and 2, I'm like, I'm getting a Kylo vibe from her. I'm getting a Kylo vibe, and having
And
her,
Moses Endram pulls it off so well.
she pulls it off so well. When you get that reveal in episode 5, where it's like, oh, you're hunting Vader. I'm like, oh shoot, where are we going here? Because she
Yeah.
was kind of like trying to embrace that dark side persona, that front, if you will, and her performance there was really good. Like she was trying to be bad, just like Ben was trying to be bad, and they're both going through the dark side in terrible ways. And realizing for her when she gets stabbed again that it's like futile, and then having that last moment with her and Kenobi where she's like, "Am I like him?" I'm just it just felt so powerful, so meaningful. I love
Yeah,
that.
I've heard people complain about her like switching really fast at the end, and to me, like it makes perfect sense. Like,
Yeah.
It's never who she
the-
was.
yeah, it's like that whole entire idea of okay, if I go with my plan, I'm just gonna be a hypocrite and become exactly the thing
Mhm.
that
And also,
he
like,
traumatized me with.
she's the one Inquisitor that goes by her name instead of like
Yeah.
her title. Or like they was set up that she was like different. She
Great
joined
point, great
them. She
point.
wasn't like kidnapped or like
Mhm.
taken. So that's never been her life.
It's like it's who she tried to be, and the fact that she thought like
It's who she
could-
thought she should be.
Yeah,
not who she
it's what she
wanted
thought
to
she
be.
should be,
Yeah.
to try and justify, trying to like protect the lives of the people that she lost. It's like, and the fact that she in episode 4, we find out that in the Fortress Inquisitorius, that's where a lot of the kidnapped people were. A lot of the killed Jedi, like dead Padawans.
Yeah.
Maybe some of her were her friends. The fact that she has to stay there as a constant reminder to her failure, to her near death. It's just, this show just hits on so many levels, on a like
Yeah.
thematic level, on an emotional level. This show succeeded.
I just love
Yeah,
how
yeah.
all these people were wanting Clone Wars flashbacks, and when we did it flashbacks, it was like before Attack of the Clones. Like I
This
was
is fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah. That
I
flashback
love
scene was
how-
great.
I love how this show proved me wrong because I wasn't
Mhm.
like the
Same.
build up for this show
Me
was
too.
like,
I was not like excited.
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
lot.
the
I'm
build
like,
up for this
rematch of the
worried.
century. What?
yeah, that was so fucking dumb. Even though it kind of is, but at the same time is not because
No,
like
no.
the focus is not on the fight; it's on
way
the
much more than that.
it's on the emotional impact that it has on these two characters. But yeah, like somehow this show gave me everything that I wanted, while also giving me everything that I didn't know that I wanted.
Yeah.
The whole idea of Vader being having a big role in the show was so fucking stupid to me, but actually seeing them like
Exactly.
executed it's brilliant. Like it perfectly sets up like this. It's a necessary chapter between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith.
Exactly. Yeah, it's 3.5.
Yeah, it doesn't take away from A New Hope. If anything, it adds to A New Hope, and that's something that I was afraid of going into. And I'm so glad that they proved somebody like me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just added an extra layer to Vader as well. I liked Vader's character arc. It wasn't really, it's not really a character arc, because as he continues to dive down to the dark side, he begins to continue to sever the bonds that he had with Kenobi, where he rejects that Kenobi caused him to be the way he is, and Anakin tries to triumphantly say that no, I the one that killed Anakin Skywalker in a way that like supposed to be a dag or a hit at Kenobi, but it's more harmful towards Anakin himself. It just makes it more sad to see what Anakin has become, or to see what Anakin's mindset is.
Yeah, it's about like this idea that he doesn't want to give him credit for that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just Anakin, as a person, I read the Darth Vader comics, and every new thing we get from Vader just adds so many great layers to Anakin and what he went through from Revenge of the Sith to where we see him now, or to Return of the Jedi. Is just so good. It's just like the Vader comics plus this show all creating a very good, all compounding on top of one another, great layers to Anakin. Like just comparing this to what we see him years later in Rebels, like it all connects, it all works. He's like denying Kenobi, denying Ahsoka. It's not until he sees the light in Luke that he's able to change. So it's just really good. I love Vader, love Anakin, love Kenobi, love Star Wars. Good stuff. Yeah, I think I gave this like production value. Yeah, it wasn't great, but I still gave it like a 4.5. I loved this series.
Yeah, what it doesn't have on like visually, it has it like on the scripts.
Yeah, which for me means more. I'm like, okay, others might think differently, but yeah, for me, I'm more of like what's on the page, what I can feel.
It's more important.
Yeah, and I was just feeling it in that final fight. So well done. Another show that's on fire right now, The Boys.
Fucking Boys.
Great show.
So here's the thing for me with The Boys. Like, I really enjoyed season 1 and 2, but season 3 so far is fucking special. It is on a whole nother level. Like the grasp they hold on like being able to tell this really fascinating story while also injecting the political and social commentary so well, and also creating like some of the most jaw-dropping, like surprising television I've seen in a long time, like since probably Game of Thrones. Like it's so good. I really that episode 6,
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
That episode 6 was really like incredible. Herogasm.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Like, that was so shocking.
I feel like they didn't go as hard as they could on for Hero. Like I feel like we've seen
did not
of the Herogasm.
That last like 30 minutes to happen at all in that episode.
I mean, I was expecting everybody to die, and they all died. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't like love the series, but what it does right. Like it's managing to balance like social political satire, like you said, but also to have compelling character arcs where you can clearly see each person's character arc and is fully believable. Like Kimiko and Frenchie's dynamic is on fire this season. They are really the heart of the show. Starlight's fantastic this season. And I love Giancarlo as Stan Edgar. This is the best we've seen Stan Edgar.
Yeah.
This is what I want from fucking whatever his name is in Mandalorian. I don't even know his name right now. Moff Gideon, yes. Moff Gideon, this is what I want, where Stan Edgar is just on fire saying some delicious dialogue with Homelander. It's just amazing. And he's just super evil, cruel, always one step ahead, always thinking, always on to something, but you don't really know what. And it really keeps the mystery alive. He's really fucking with Homelander, and I love it. And speaking of Homelander, Anthony Starr is incredible as Homelander.
Like, he's one of the best performances in TV right now. Like maybe ever. Like he's doing so much with this character, and he's taking it to so many unexpected places. And he pulls off that charisma, like unlike any other person I've seen in a long time. Like he's so good, and if he doesn't get an Emmy, at least nomination this year, like
he's not getting an Emmy nomination.
It makes no sense. He's deserved it so much.
The difficulty is that this show comes out after the Emmy voting. Like
not this year. It's.
I mean, episode 1 and 2 came out. Then it was like Emmy voting is like done, right? Like,
but that's the thing with Emmy voting. If the first few episodes come out, then the whole season qualifies.
Not anymore. Actually, I think they canceled that. Right, Edgar? Have you heard about that? I think.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think if you
because Miss Marvel qualifies.
I think it's like a late rule. I think it's for in the following years. I think they said like the entire show or whatever. I might be getting it wrong, but
I
I'm
think
pretty
they
sure
submitted Miss Marvel though.
as limited series or drama or something like
I
that.
think so. Yeah.
But weird.
I don't know.
mean,
I think like
maybe it's
if
for
he
I don't
next
doesn't
think
year.
do
they-
shit something.
But I don't
I-
think like because he's not in anybody's Oscar or Emmy prediction. He wasn't in mine at Gold
Yeah.
Derby.
I don't
makes
think
no
I've
sense.
seen Miss Marvel being pushed for Emmys. What I have seen is Moon Knight for Emmys.
Which would make
Especially when-
sense.
Yeah, when
Oh,
you
yeah.
drive around LA, you see all the posters for your consideration for the
Yeah.
Emmys. So
Maybe Miss Marvel for next year, but I'm not
Okay.
sure. But yeah,
But yeah, I'm not as in touch with Emmys as I am Oscars.
I'm pretty sure it's a brand new rule because Game of Thrones used to do that, where it's like, oh, here's like 3/4 of our season, and then like because it would have helped that the last 2 episodes. of Game of
Anyways,
Thrones
like
season.
it's a shame that he probably won't do anything because
Yeah,
he is one of the best performances I've
he
seen.
deserves it. Like I think because he's incredible. Would he be a best lead actor? Right? I
Yeah.
think he'd be a best lead actor.
He has enough screen time.
But if he goes best lead actor, that's a very hard challenge. Like I think he would most likely.
I just also
win.
supporting because
in the
this
best
is like an
supporting.
ensemble show,
Yeah.
so probably be
I
supporting.
put him in best supporting until he's a better chance. But lead, he's competing with Bob Odenkirk in best lead.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anthony Starr is just incredible. Like the scene, whenever he comes on screen, you're just like, what's he gonna? Is he gonna kill me? Is he gonna laser me?
Yeah, it's
Especially
just so
this
unpredictable.
This Homelander in season 3, he's
He's
unraveled. Really,
Yeah.
like he's really gone nuclear. Not nuclear yet, but it's just
out
like
of control.
he's getting there. He's out of control, but he thinks he's in control, which makes it all the more fascinating.
Yeah.
I love his arc this season. Again, a lot of these characters have great arcs. Butcher, Huey, great arcs. Like I can't wait.
Yeah,
to
every
see-
single character is like you feel for them and
you
you
feel for them. You
yeah.
understand where their journey is going.
Kimiko
through each
and
episode.
Frenchie like is probably one of my favorite arts this season.
Oh my gosh, yeah, especially last episode. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I love these two so much. Like it's a show where similar to Stranger Things, I'm like, I'm never worried for the main group's lives in a way. Like I'm never worried that Huey's gonna bite it, really.
Yeah.
But I just love watching the journey these characters go
So
on.
it's getting there. Right? I think next season it should get to that place.
Yeah, it's like next
where-
season, are we gonna kill Homelander ever
Yeah.
in this show? Maybe season 6 or 7?
I don't want them to because he's so good.
He's so good, right? It's like there is no show without Homelander.
Yeah.
There's zero show without Homelander. I like all the characters, but we need a Homelander. We need Butcher to keep on.
But
being
Soldier
Butcher.
Boy, Jensen Ackles is like fucking so.
There's
good
no
in this
way-
season, Too.
Theories like he's dead this Friday, right? He's totally dead. Homelander's
finale this week.
Killing
That's
his
crazy.
ass, right? He's dead. He's
What
dead.
happened?
But the
cut
reveal in
off.
the last episode, though, like you don't know.
Crazy. This is gonna be Luke Skywalker killing Vader, or not, I mean, this is gonna be because he's like the son. Spoilers.
yeah,
Spoilers.
Spoilers for the boys. Spoilers for the
it will be
boys.
the opposite of Invader. Yeah,
It's gonna be
I
the
don't
opposite
think he
of
dies
Vader.
this season.
Soda Boy is dead. Just
I don't think so.
like Stormfront didn't die. If Soda Boy lived,
No,
this
I think they
season,
team up.
he
I
would
think
die.
him and Homelander team up.
Maybe they do. Half the episode, other half, I don't like you anymore, Dad. Zap.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see that happening. I don't see Soda Boy lasting.
Well,
I
like, that
love Jensen
reveal, I
Ackles.
did not see it coming at all.
That was hilarious. He was like, "You had me piss in a cup and or I jacked off to somebody and put it in the cup and here we go. Hey boy, I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy.
the only reason why I think it would be interesting to keep Soldier Boy alive for next season is because the type of person, the type of character that he is, he would totally abuse Homelander, and I think that would push him
That'd be so
even
cool.
more
Yeah,
to
that'd
the
be
edge.
interesting to see.
That'd be a crazy, it's an interesting dynamic that they have.
Because they're
here.
so like similar, but also different too.
Yeah, and in a
And this
way,
guy-
if
What?
you really think about it, like Soldier Boy is a little bit worse just because, like,
Yeah, 'Cause
Yeah.
he's, like he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He doesn't care what happens.
Homelander does.
As we learned in this episode, it's like Homelander's having a fucking Norman Osborn shit in the mirror, whereas like
Oh, that was so good. That was totally like Willem
so
Dafoe.
interesting. I'm like, is there a Homelander in there that isn't absolutely crazy? Is there a conscience in his psychopathic persona where he actually feels something, but then there's the other person, like his id, where it's just like super evil, where it's like his
Yeah.
inner darkest desires. It's very interesting because there's a side of Homelander ever since season 1 who just wants a family. He just wanted a mother figure, who wanted a
Yeah.
father figure, as we see in this series or this season. He wanted a family. He was born in a room.
What do you
by
think? I
himself.
think the address that the councilwoman gives him is, I think that's where his son is. What do you think? There's
Say
a
it
piece of
again?
paper that she gives him, like for leverage, that has an address on it.
For
on the last
Ryan.
episode. For Ryan, yeah.
You
I
think
that should be
Homelander
in
knows
there.
where Ryan is?
I think so now, yeah.
I don't
Man,
know.
that would be a really good dynamic.
Because there's like
between
she
Thunderboy,
gives him
Homelander, and
I
the kid.
forget her name, but she gives him a piece of paper and you see an address on it.
Start for the L. Does like Lauren, Laura.
The
person that zaps
the
heads.
councilwoman. What?
The person that zaps head. Ashley.
Yeah. No, not Ashley.
The AOC of this universe.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh fuck. But what is her name? Man, I forget. I had it yesterday, but I forget. But yeah, I know what you mean. She's great. I love her.
Yeah.
Hopefully she sticks around. Because she's also an interesting character where she has her own agendas. No matter if she's talking to Starlight, that doesn't
She
work.
gives her kid Compound V. Like,
Give her
that
kid
was
Compound
crazy.
V. Yeah. It's like she's talking to Starlight, but then next scene she's talking to Homelander. Like she's always trying to achieve her own objective.
Yeah.
She's somewhere in the middle. But again, yeah, she loves her kid. She wants her kid to survive. She gives her Compound V, so it's just like just in case something happens. So it's just very interesting.
Her name is Victoria.
Victoria
Victoria,
Newman. There we
yeah.
go. Yeah, Vicky. But yeah,
Another character that I don't know if you guys touch on this character yet because I think I cut off. But MM this season.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff.
good this season.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I really wanna. He's not going to do it, but man, would it be fucking cool if he took the
Compound
V?
V. What?
Compound V
He won't.
to
He
go-
doesn't want to cross
No,
that
he
line.
won't.
He's
But
too good. He's Jon Stewart. He's too good.
It's interesting to have like his Etz's new like husband being like
Yeah,
Trumper.
awful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want him.
Homelander's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I want that guy to die so bad.
Me too. Please.
But
just get
the
run
like
over
the
by a
social
car.
commentary is like it feels like it's South Park almost, where like was made like the week before. It's so relevant.
That's the
Yeah.
problem with America these
Yeah.
days. Like everything is so relevant because it's never going to change. Oof.
Yeah.
That's why The Boys is hit so hard on every level. Yeah, great show. Great show. It's like there's already so many shows, excluding anime for me, but like there's so many shows that's like my top 10 of the year.
It's
I
to be
don't-
insane.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
like
insane. 'cause
there's so
even-
much good TV this year.
Even now, it's like Severance, Breaking
like a new
Bad.
season of Mrs. Marvel
Yeah.
came and went, or
Yeah.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel came and went.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's so
I
crazy.
didn't even hear about that one this season. I loved Abbott
haven't
Elementary this year, Ozark, After Party on Apple TV was a lot of fun.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things,
Let's
great.
let's save that for last.
Let's do Barry.
Barry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Barry, the best show of the year, next to
Best
Better
show of
Call
the
year.
Saul. Like Better Call Saul, Barry. I'm like, this is where TV just changes. Like this is where
That
TV
finale
just-
of Barry season 3 is one of the best episodes of television. I've ever seen.
heartbreaking,
Yeah.
shocking. You're right, Josh. Just period. One of the best episodes of television.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Barry season 3 in general, the motorcycle scene, incredible.
Bill
uh,
Hader needs to direct a horror movie.
He does. He does. Like we had the motorcycle episode, which is straight up action craziness. Move over to
And he just
psychological
has that,
trauma.
like he knows what the fuck he's doing, and he like creates an atmosphere like no other. Like it's insane.
Yeah. Like you can tell, like from where this show started in season 1 to up to this point, like he learned a shit ton behind the scenes, and he
Yeah.
basically went like, "Okay, you guys can now leave, and I can do all of it."
He's
by
doing the last season. He's doing it like he's directing every episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this show so much. Like, and speaking of arcs, Barry, his girlfriend,
Sarah.
Sally.
Sally. I
Sally,
was
yeah.
about to say Sarah. Sarah's her.
Sarah's the actress name.
Yeah.
Sarah's the actress. Yeah.
Sarah Gold something.
Goldberg, I think.
Goldberg. Yeah. Barry,
Cousineau.
Sally, and Mr. Cousineau. 3 amazing arcs this season.
You know who Hank also like
Hank,
all those 4
yeah,
performances
great.
should win Emmys. And
Great
it's not possible.
performances. Yeah, 'cause I think Bill Hader is like
He's
him
winning.
and Jason Sudeikis. It's like 1 and 2 on
that's,
Gold
like
Derby.
comedy is so stacked this year with like After
Yeah.
Party and Ted Lasso and
What's winning best comedy? I have Barry should win. I think. But
Barry or Ted Lasso.
I think
probably.
Ted Lasso might win.
Hats is also like up there.
I keep hearing great things about Hacks. I need to watch Hacks.
I need
Did
to
any of you guys
watch
watch
it,
it? Yeah.
No, I've seen it.
My mom
I heard
loves that
about it.
show. She says like the funniest things she ever
But I
watched.
think Barry will win because it's been away for so long, and Ted Lasso won last year.
Yeah. Ted Lasso gonna repeat. But I think Bill Hader should win. Bill Hader just has so much range in this show. He's funny,
Sarah
crazy.
Goldberg will win.
Sarah
Probably.
Goldberg. Oh yeah, for best supporting, she should win.
There's
Best
just
supporting,
either Henry Winkler or Anthony Terrigan. I don't know who should
best
win.
supporting male. It might go to. They love Martin Short from Only Murders.
Oh yeah. Oh shit! I forgot the new season premiered. I need to watch that.
I think it's from the old season. Or no, it has to be from the new season, right?
It premiered this week. The first 2 episodes came out.
Yeah, I watched the
I'll
first
watch
little
it.
bit of it. Really good. But who else? Who's the supporting guy from Ted Lasso? People think he's gonna win again. Brett something.
Brett Goldstein.
Yeah,
His name?
yeah. He's like the new assistant coach.
What's his name?
What's his name? The fucking Roy? Is it Roy?
Roy Kent. Roy Kent.
Roy
There
Kent.
it is.
He might win again. He's the best. He's just
he's
the best.
great.
He's the star of the show. But anyways, Barry is just on fire. I love his ascension of trying to, because at the end season 2, like everything's dark, everything's done. Like I'm just gonna go continue being.
He just goes full into being a psychopath this season.
Yeah, he goes full into it. At the end of season 2, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go full into it, even if I can't find his old handler."
And seeing him balance, like he wants to be normal, but he can't change. Like that's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
He balances it so well.
Yeah, it's an interesting arc where he wants to be normal. He wants to give, like, he was getting ready to kill Mr. Cousteau in the first episode. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What a first episode. What a premiere, too.
Wow.
That was insane.
Because Mr. Cousteau tries to kill him. He can't. He fails. And Barry's like,
spoilers, by the way. Full spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Spoilers for Barry. Spoilers for Barry. And yeah, he really can't go through with it. And then Barry, all throughout the season, is trying to give his professor a second wind, a second life. And he kind of works at that. But then Mr. Cousineau, on the other hand, is still a selfish, unbeknownst a-hole to people, but he's trying to come around. He's trying to be like, oh, but I'm doing this for her, but it's always still about himself. He still has that selfish tinge to him.
He's basically doing the exact same thing that Barry is trying to do.
Yeah, honestly.
Where like they're trying to go on a good edge, and you're rooting for them, but there's still a part of them that just inherently.
Whereas Sally's the opposite. She's turning bad. Like
hers is dissension. She's literally walking back into the darkness. That was excellent.
That scene where like
in the elevator.
In the elevator too. Oh my god! And the one shot of her on the set in the first episode or 2.
Insane.
In the last episode where like the sound design is silent while she's killing the guy, and oh my,
brutal,
it's just so perfect,
crazy. Yeah,
I really do wonder where season 4 is going, especially with like
the way it ended was so crazy. Him finally getting caught, like. I have no idea where we're going.
Barry and Fuchs escape from jail. Let's go.
And Sally's going like home.
Sally's going. Where's she from?
Joplin,
Missouri. Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting.
I really wonder what her role in season 4 is, because she completely removed herself from the equation. So how do you bring her
I'm sure we'll
back?
still like follow her on like when she goes home.
Yeah,
we can't have Sally not be in the season. Like,
but I'm very excited to see what's happening to Sally now. She's crazy. She's up the deep end. Like, what's going to happen now? She nearly killed somebody.
She did kill one.
She did kill somebody.
So,
well, she almost killed an innocent woman. But
she went off on her assistant.
Yeah. I really love how Barry, even though he himself can't change, he doesn't want the same thing for other people. For somebody like Sally.
Great point. Yeah,
like that entire sequence at the beginning of the last episode.
He still cares for her.
Yeah, and even that entire scene, like it's such great writing of just letting everything that has been built up to this moment just. It doesn't feel forced. It just feels like the next natural progression.
And such good directing too when she's like getting strangled. The way it holds on that shot for like a little bit too long, and it's
really good.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for Barry too. It's like he can't escape it, but he's trying. He's actively trying to change, especially after like getting poisoned. Like he really starts to rethink his life. He doesn't want to go to hell, basically. Even though he feels like he deserves.
See, that's the point.
it.
Is that like this season has like you're not supposed to care about Barry though. Like he's this horrible person who can't be redeemed.
But when they give me scenes where he's like groveling on the ground and you have a character like Albert,
scene when like
where Albert's giving him a second chance at life. Albert's like, I want to kill you, but you saved my life before, Barry.
He just won an Emmy with that scene.
He should have. He should. Probably. He definitely better win. That's the clip you show, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what you got to show.
Don't do the thing where it's like Rami Malek lip syncing. Show that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But it's like you just seen like Albert where he sees the humanity in Barry, who lets him live, and Barry the next day he decides to like try and kill one last person, like
and the way the whole final scene is like so well
it's so tragic. It's a tragedy where it's like he betrayed by his mentor that he tried to give an extra life to, and
Mr. the way Kuzno smiles too, like when
like is Kuzno
in the final shot too? The final shot of the her name's Janice, right?
Janice.
Janice.
Janice's
father is standing outside, and that picture of Janice is inside. It's such a beautiful shot.
So good. Like it's crazy how she's been like that moment of killing Janice is
impacted like the whole show for this long. Yeah.
I just love Barry. It's peak television.
Yeah, and then we have Hank on what is it, Bolivia?
God.
That entire sequence. That entire sequence is a straight up horror movie.
Yeah,
it's like
my god,
horror movie within the show, and it's so fucking good. Like the fact that what sounds like it's maybe a lion or a tiger.
You never see it too. It's all audio.
Yeah, it's.
And we lost my. His best friend, Akbar, was that his best friend? It's like
I think so, yeah.
I liked him so much. There's a scene in season 2 where he gets shot by Barry. He's like, "Oh, my arm!"
I love the handling of that relationship this year of Cristobal and Hank. Like, they don't kill off them. Like that's still they don't do the trope of killing off the gay people. Like I just love how they handle it. They like need each other, and it's so beautiful. It's so good.
I wonder if they have anything to do with maybe breaking Barry out. I doubt it, but
who does Hank have now? Right? Like
he's
like screwed.
They're both just have each other.
Their business is ruined, so they don't have anything else left.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Cristobal's group is gone. Hank's group is slaughtered. So, man, it's gonna be very interesting to see where they go. Every character there,
the every art is so well done.
Writing, direction, editing, flawless show.
Flawless. The cinematography was definitely up another level this season too. I think. I don't know if it was just me, but it looked like 4K this season. Did you notice that?
It looked very HD.
The quality was better.
High quality. I agree.
I think we should skip Miss Marvel and save it for next month.
Yeah, we can save that for next month.
Just talk about Stranger Things to end it.
Real quick, Miss Marvel's fantastic. Love it. Anyways, yeah.
Stranger Things. Full on spoilers.
Full on spoilers.
Volume 2.
Season 4, Volume 2. Because I think last time we were here, we talked about Volume 1, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, Volume 2. Excellent. Like when I first came here in May, I was like, this is my favorite season since season 1. Now that I finished season 4, I think I agree. I think season 1 is a much more tighter season still, but season 4 had much more interesting developments, crazy great moments, like what do they call it? Needle drop moments.
Needle drops. Yeah.
Much more cinematic storytelling. Like this one had much more cinematic moments where I was just like jaw dropped, way more so than season 1. So season 1 and 4 are kind of tied for me now. Like I loved even Eddie, fantastic side character,
the best characters in the show,
man. And I think I predicted last time we were here, I was like, nobody's gonna die from the main cast. No one's going to die, and they didn't. The Max thing almost got me. Fuck you, Duffer Brothers.
Right? I'm surprised they went that far.
He's rising. I'm like, she's fine. Elle's gonna come in. She'll be fine. But then her arm was like, oh shit.
The eyes.
Yeah, I was like, yo, she lost 2 arms.
She actually does die for a few seconds.
Yeah, I was like,
she
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm surprised they went that far with it.
I was like, whoa, like they're going the full anime route where he just revives people now. I was like, okay, I'll go with it, whatever, cool. Does it make sense?
What-
I don't get it, but cool.
When she was touching Max in the stomach, I was like, Ray Skywalker.
Right? It felt very like sci-fi, goofy, but I was like, I don't give a fuck how it makes sense. I want Max to
I
be
love
alive.
it. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
But with Volume 1, I really enjoyed it. But the only storyline I really cared about was the people in Hawkins.
Yeah.
Like the Russia stuff was not that great.
I actually like the Russia stuff.
You
I
do?
like the Russia stuff. I had fun. I had
The-
fun. Give me
the whole
Joyce
side
and Crazy Guy. That was fun.
Brett Gelman is a star in
He's
everything.
amazing.
Like Fleabag, love this.
I
amazing.
love that character. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
But-
super interesting, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, the whole California side plot was like,
Not
it's all
great.
right.
Not
But Volume 2, the way they wrap everything together was really impressive, I think. And like the way every storyline has consequence, like has influence on the main like Vecna plot.
Yeah.
Is really
Yes,
cool.
I will say that. I think most every storyline has a main influence on the Vecna. They each
Yeah.
had a role in taking out Vecna, which I liked.
The
Basically,
way
by
they
them
tied that together was really cool.
coming into contact with Vecna. I still think the weakest part of the season in general, it's still the whole Nancy, Steve.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's inconclusive. Granted, there's another season, but it's like it still felt very inconclusive
fun.
to the
Uh-huh.
theme of this. Is it not fun? It's
It's
not
not
fun to
fun.
watch.
It's
But
repetitive.
I did. It got annoying until like Steve's finally. I'm like, if the way I'm interpreting it, if it's Steve saying, "Hey Nancy, I saw you as like my
Wife.
future wife back then."
That was weird.
It was really weird. And then he says, "Thank you, Nancy." I think the vibe I got from that scene is him saying like, "I appreciate what we had together. Now I'm a better person because I got to know you."
I don't
Not
think
that-
so. Because there's
not-
also that
not
that I
shot
currently-
in this
But
ending where he was
if he
sad
currently
when
likes
they
her, it's
hugged.
stupid. It's stupid.
He was
Get the
sad when
fuck
Nancy
outta
and
here.
Jonathan hugged though, so I don't know.
But like, because I liked it. I liked it just from the fact that they're great friends now. But if there's any romantic tinkling in there, get out of there. Take it out. Take it out. I don't need
It
it.
feels like such a waste of time because this is a storyline that should have already ended back in
Yeah,
season
I
2.
agree.
That's what I
Because
thought.
it
Why
ended
are we
in
bringing it
season
back?
2. Yeah, and even in season 3, like Steve, he looks like he's done with Nancy. Like, yeah, they're friends, but it's not like anything romantic.
It came out of nowhere this season.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
wait,
get
you
it though
do
because they're
Nancy?
like Nancy's lonely because Jonathan didn't go there or she didn't go to Jonathan. Like
Which
they're
they're
long
both
distance dating is working out.
teenagers. They're both teenagers. They get ready for college. It's a big journey. I like that part because it felt
But
real.
they're
It's
also
like,
they're teenagers, so they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
sure, but from just I understood it from John's point. I understood it from Nancy's point. All the way in episode 1, where they're like they're both lying to each other. They're both nervous about each other.
that
more
was
so on
good.
John's end.
That was actually good writing.
Yeah, like it's more so on John's end. I get that, and even John still can't admit that he didn't get into college. Come on, John, what the fuck? But that felt very
Yeah,
weird.
that was
too.
weird. That was weird.
But
Yeah.
it's like, what is going on with this whole three? Nancy had a great arc this season. Nancy's great.
Yeah.
John, what are you doing? Steve, what are you doing? It just felt weird.
Steve Art was really
And then
good
Nancy
this
giving
season.
Steve the side eye. Sometimes I'm like, you have a boyfriend. What are you doing?
But also the statement that Natalia Dyer said for season 5 was really interesting. That like
What'd
she
she say
needs to
again?
figure herself out.
Yeah,
Like,
which is
she might
fair.
need to take a break. Like, yeah, I'm all for that. Let her be single.
Let her be single or let her take a break.
Or let her date Robin.
Josh, stop it. They're great friends. I don't see them
Red
I
any.
know.
There's no romantic. This Finpo all over again. But I like
Hey, no. Finn Poe was valid.
Finpo's a bit more valid in this one.
It's
But,
way
yeah.
more valid. What are you talking
I just I crossed the line. I'm sorry, but
about? Homophobic Evan.
Pride Month is over. No, I'm kidding. It's Pride Wrath Month, right? Anyways, I liked Nancy and Robin together. They had a great relationship this season. Very fun. It's just that part was just really weird. That being said, that was my only criticism of the
Yeah.
season in general.
Plus Russia.
Russia was fun. Hopper taking on. They had to go
boring.
back into jail.
The
They
last
had
two
a beautiful
episodes, it was like
flamethrower.
when it finally came around, or I
It
was
was
having fun with it.
fun.
But
You
the
guys
rest of the
just-
season, no.
You guys just don't like fun. Fuck you guys.
It takes too long to get going. That's the problem
What do
with
you
that subplot.
Great emotional hook with him. Is Hopper gonna get with Joyce? Is Joyce gonna get with Hopper? They finally reunite. They have some great scenes together.
I
I'm
miss
just-
all I'm saying is that I'm
I'm-
happy that they said season 5 is completely in Hawkins. Like that's
Yeah.
what it needs to be.
I agree.
I get that they tried doing different rotations, but it didn't really work as much for me. This season.
Yeah.
You're right, because they're at the end, they're all just trying to get back to Hawkins. I'm like,
Yeah.
But I think it didn't work so much for the Will and Mike stuff. Another small criticism of the season too. But I also, but I just really like the Joyce and Hopper stuff. Mainly, maybe it's because the guy gets me weak. Whatever his name is,
Murray.
Murray.
He's great.
He's just fantastic. Every scene, I was never bored because Murray was in the scene and I was laughing. I'm sorry, I'm that easy.
Him doing karate on the plane.
Him doing karate on the
Amazing.
plane. It's super fun. I had a great time with Russia. I like Russia.
Okay, all that
hate Russia.
said though,
Don't
all
come
that
here, don't-
aside, I think my volume 2, these are my 2 favorite episodes of the series so far.
Whoa!
I
Walrus
really
series?
Holy
fucking loved
shit.
it. Yeah, I love those.
Wasn't
these-
it
my
pilot?
Volume 2. Pilot's good, yeah.
Well,
I
that's
don't have that
fantastic.
like affinity for season 1. I don't remember as much. It's not my favorite season.
You don't remember season
I
1.
remember season 1.
Season 3 is my favorite season.
I don't get that.
I love it.
I get it. I get
love
it. It's
it,
my
yeah.
second favorite.
You
To me,
go
like,
3,
season-
1, 4.
I do right now. I'm 3, 4, 1, 2.
What is happening?
Here's my.
Do I need to rewatch
ranking.
season 3?
Yes, you do.
It's really good.
It's fantastic.
I thought it
Yeah.
was decent. It helps. Season 4 wouldn't be as strong without season 3.
It's just like
but-
season 3, the whole like the plot with Nancy, Robin,
Nancy,
Steve,
Robin,
Dustin, and the sister
That's
is
perfect.
fantastic. That's the best thing in the show.
I didn't like the Mike and 11 stuff in season 3
yeah, it's
that much.
weird. Yeah.
No.
I didn't like Billy that much in season 3.
But the last step, like the Battle of Starcourt, is incredible.
That's great. I just felt that. What was Lucas doing in season 3?
The Matt's like relationship.
Yeah, him and Max had some great stuff, but then I don't know. I didn't feel like everything clicked in season 3
It's
as
fun.
much as
Yeah, I liked it.
it is fun. It reminded me of like the calm before the storm, especially after season 4.
Yeah.
Like I think
Mhm.
because all the Max flashbacks were like, damn, season 3 was very jovial compared to this horror show we have right
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
Season
yeah.
3 feels like such a good summer blockbuster in
now.
TV.
Yeah, like it's very just like I liked it. It's a fun time, but I think I would go. It's between 4 and 1 now, but I think I go.
But yeah, Volume
1,
2,
4,
like
3.
these last 2 episodes, they're incredible. I really love them. Like
Yeah.
like I said, the way they tie everything together, and the horror elements with Vecna are still like as good as they were in Volume 1. And
I want to talk about Vecna with you guys too.
I think he's the highlight of the season, to be honest.
Yeah.
besides
Big time.
Max.
everything that has to do with
Vecna,
Vecna
Max,
and
Eddie.
Hawkins, yeah. The
Yeah.
whole Hawkins storyline is like the best the show's been
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And everything that happens in Hawkins is incredible.
The horror vibes, the mystery angle, discovering who Vecna is, Vecna just terrorizing people.
Yeah.
The
The way it's
concept-
shot when he kills people is so
Yeah.
cool. It's so cool.
I know you guys didn't like the 11 flashbacks last volume, but
Yeah.
I had a great time with. You guys are haters, but I had a great time with discovering the one just as a helper to 11. He always
But I
looked very
loved it in Volume
sus.
2 though. I loved how they all
but-
shot together. in Volume 2.
Yeah, but real quick, I just want to talk to somebody about this, but like in terms of concept, the upside down was always there. It's been there forever, fucking
Yeah.
long. It's been there. Vecna,
He didn't create it.
He didn't create it. No.
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 But the Mind Flayer was always an entity, right? It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
But the Mind
really-
Flayer found Vecna and finally started to be able to do stuff because it had a mind. That's how I see it.
right? I figured it as Vecna harnessing the Mind Flayer
That way too, yeah.
instead of Mind
Yeah.
Flayer harnessing Vecna. Like we could get it in season 5 where it's like Vecna's being used, but I like the idea that Vecna is the person in control. Like he's always been the person in control.
He's been the
like even in
master
season,
of
Master.
puppets, if you will.
oh yeah, I love that. Great scene, fantastic.
That great Neo drop.
But yeah, I like the fact that Vecna was the one, like in season 2, where we get that moment with Will in the playground, and just like that whole spider thing came from Vecna, not from the Mind Flayer. Like
I think
Vecna
so, yeah.
or the one Henry was always fascinated with spiders, and he molded that into what the Mind Flayer's form was in
But he
season
looked
2.
like that
Mhm.
before he met though.
No,
Yeah.
it was a bundle of smoke.
No,
No,
Before
it was
Vecna-
before. It
before he
was
put his arm
before.
up?
yeah. When he
It was
first saw
before-
him, it was the spider-looking guy.
Yeah. Not only that, but
Okay.
number one Henry, and that's his name, right? Henry.
Yeah, one
Uh,
Henry.
when
Vecna.
when he was a kid, he would used to draw like a picture of the Mind Flayer, like exactly the same.
Before
look.
he even knew what the Upside Down was, though.
Yeah, I
How does
think
that
so. I
happen?
think that's I don't know how, but that's what it's implied because it's like a parallel between him as a kid
And
with
Will.
as a
Yeah.
kid, and when they're painting, they're drawing the picture of.
But
the
for
Mind
Will,
Flayer.
it made sense because he saw it before.
Yeah,
But for
I don't know how it.
I have to rewatch that scene because I felt like if it
I haven't
was a
seen season
bundle.
1 in a long time, so I don't know.
No, not season 1, but just season 4. I felt like it was like a bundle of like darkness,
okay.
and then it became a spider when he put his hand up.
I think it might have been the way that you're talking, Evan. Like it was just like a floating cloud. And
Yeah,
he
I
knew
think
what
you're
it
right.
was for.
because
Actually,
he said like, what did he say? He's like, I finally found something that I can make my own.
yeah.
Something
Mhm.
like that. But either way, I like that the main bad guy is an actual character. It's not some Fantastic Four 2 Dark Smoke, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's
It's not
where
like
the
previous seasons where it's just like this entity.
is entity, and it kind of works for previous season because it was like these little kids up against the unknown.
Yeah,
Kinda
but
like Wasp.
I'm glad this season they humanized it.
They actually humanized this dark
Yeah.
character, and it's working because Vecna's fantastic. Where he's like, I don't really sympathize with the guy, but it's just like
Stand.
I understand, and especially in comparison to Papa, where what he went through with him in terms of like that aspect of control. I don't know why I said that.
With twin side note, his death
But yeah.
scene was hilarious.
Hilarious. He's
Just
still an
those
asshole.
sad
He's still an
emotional
asshole.
music when you're like they want to make you feel like sad and stuff. Like no, fuck him.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the show wanted me because like I think even the show was telling us if 11 doesn't give a fuck, then we don't give a fuck, and 11 doesn't say sorry or anything. She's just
Yeah.
But
looks
it
at
still
him
has this like sad emotional
Yeah.
music when he dies. Like
He's
what?
like,
Why? The whole
I
like
think it's supposed-
360.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
was
supposed to be emotional because
for 11.
Yeah,
not for
finally.
11, but it's supposed to be emotional for him because it's the last moment of him being like a normal human, not this monster like
Mm.
figure, and like even at the very end he doesn't get to be redeemed. I think that's why the music is like trying to like convey, at least in that scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
At least that's
Yeah.
how I read it.
he makes the right choice in the end to free 11, but I think that was mostly out of like
Necessity.
I'm dying anyways. I like he never hated 11, no matter what we hate the guy. He never hated 11. He in his own warped mind, he loved 11. That's why he frees her at the end. It's just that he did so many terrible things that it couldn't really be forgiven. But like Star Wars, all it takes is one choice. Maybe
Yeah.
we never know what happens in the end. He wasn't the worst person in the entire show, but he did create, unbeknownst to himself, he did create the worst person in the show in Vecna, who's just
Yeah.
killing everybody. So it's like a normal person creating a monster is just a fascinating concept.
Did they explain how he comes back? Because I thought he died in season 1.
I thought that
could be
too. I was
wrong.
like confused
Him?
when he came back.
He just didn't he get ported? Like 11, he gets disintegrated in season 1, right?
I don't remember. I
And
think
then
so.
I thought he came back last season. I thought season 3
No,
lovers over
he
here.
came back this season.
No,
Yeah.
he did. I swore no.
He's not in season
Mhm.
3.
Not season 3 at all.
No, maybe in a flashback, but no.
I thought he came back.
Yeah.
But
That's why I was confused when he showed up. I was like,
Wait,
how
he
is
showed up in
still
episode
alive?
1 this season, right?
Yeah.
What's his name again? How does
Matthew Modine is the actor.
so
How does Papa come back?
he's in season 1, 2, and 4. He's not in season 3 at all.
He's in 2?
Yeah, I think season 2 is just in a flashback. I think.
Yeah, he's in flashbacks. Yeah, I thought he died in 1.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't. Obviously, he didn't.
Everything is about
Well,
how he dies. I can't find it.
I think he did the same thing that happened to 11. I think it's the same thing that happened to him.
Where he just like Putting
disintegrated
that
into
upside down or
nothing.
something.
Yeah, something like that.
How did he get out then?
Well, the doctor, they look like they're really good friends. So,
No.
Dr. Owen or whatever.
Oh,
his
I
face is.
love that character. I love Paul Reiser. He's the best.
Yeah.
He's always like
He's in the
Okay.
boys.
So yeah, we last
It
saw
is, yeah.
Papa in episode 8 of season 1, where he's attacked by the Demogorgon.
The last episode, yeah.
I think that was it. So maybe they assume he
I
survived.
think he died by a Demogorgon. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Did he get killed by the Demogorgon? I guess we have to
That's what I
rewatch
thought.
season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rewatched season 1.
I think I did.
Maybe
once.
before season 2 I did.
Either way, he's back. He served his purpose. But yeah, what else? What else is there to say? Eddie was a great.
Eddie
character.
Munson is a fantastic character.
Him and Dustin, really, man. Like I love you, man. Like it was great stuff.
Episode 8 is,
great
I
stuff
think,
together.
my favorite episode. Like it's the whole setup for this event and with seeing this group, like it's just so fun.
I might
It's
go
like
episode
brings
9
back
over
those
episode 8.
season 1 vibes.
I think I'm going episode 9 instead of episode 8. Episode 8 is just like it's all prep, which I love.
But the scene
there
where
was
they
some-
steal the RV is so fun.
So funny, hilarious, yeah. Oh, another criticism of this season. Stupid jocks. Awful. Awful.
The bullies.
They're just
Yeah.
they're just there to push, like, to give some kind of conflict to Lucas in the present.
Yeah.
To the people not in the Upside Down.
They serve a purpose, but like
They
yeah,
serve
they're
a
not
purpose.
used,
They're just, like,
utilized as well.
They're just not great. And I like how they got a not great ending. We got cut in half.
I love how he just gets cut in half. Amazing.
Beautiful.
Speaking of that moment, like the way they went that far of letting this whole thing
Whew.
happen, like letting Hawkins did basically like destroyed almost. Like I'm surprised they went that far,
Mhm.
Yeah, very post-apocalyptic.
but it like
right?
it sets up season 5 so well.
Yeah, it makes sense because like the whole world's not like that, just Hawkins.
Yeah.
And it's like it's still livable. It's just like there's
But they just
huge
need to save
cracks
Hawkins,
everywhere. They
like,
just need to save
yeah.
Hawkins. I don't know how it's gonna work with the time skip. Like, how do you live with that?
I
For
forgot
years?
there's a time skip.
There's
That's
like what, a
crazy.
2 or 3 year time skip they said. I think it'll probably be as long as we get the next season, so like 2 years,
Yeah.
Yeah, when do we think we're getting it? Like 2024?
summer 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds about right.
Have they started filming yet?
No.
No,
No.
I think
They're
they film
barely
next
gonna
year.
start. They're barely gonna start writing in August next month.
Yeah.
So
They haven't started writing yet?
No,
no.
Oh wow.
they probably have ideas and shit, boards and shit. Yeah.
But that
what was I
final
gonna say?
scene is like perfection.
Yeah,
Um,
I still find it funny that that entire earthquake happened. The earth opened, and they were all like chilling, and it wasn't until the very end when they realized, like, oh shit, like, bro, like, were you
Yeah.
nuts?
Yeah. And then who is it? Mike's dad was just chilling, and Michael Will.
that was great.
Yeah, Mike's dad. Like, oh, this is just crazy. You can't believe the media. It's like, they're not far
And
off.
just look outside.
Yeah, look outside. It's hell.
But yeah,
I'm-
that final scene, that music is so incredible.
got
The
me
way
so
they-
hyped.
The like
Yeah.
orchestral version, extended version of the main theme is so incredible.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm hyped.
And it's the music
yeah.
in this whole season, like as a whole, like running up the hill obviously became a huge thing.
Kate Bush is so happy.
Yeah. Getting those royalties. Did you see that
Those-
report? What she has
Like
like
$2.5 million.
yeah, and
royalties.
royalties. Crazy.
Man, that's awesome.
The remix of that Journey song at the end of episode 8 was really
Perfect.
cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Love me some Journey.
Yeah, it says these 2 episodes have some of my favorite moments of the series so far.
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
What do you
yeah.
think is happening with next season? Like,
Oh yeah.
I know that this has been a big theory, like on Twitter and shit, but like, I really do think Will is like the key to
Yeah, he's
filling up.
it's gonna
Like,
come full circle. He's to be like the
He's gonna be
important
key.
key for the ending this show.
Yeah.
I hope they touched on that. Like, I want Vecna to talk about Will because Vecna had zero shit to say about Will. It was all mostly about 11.
Well, does
But like,
Will wasn't there.
no, yeah, but it's like the whole concept of the Upside Down. Like, I want Vecna
Yeah,
or the one to talk about because like when Vecna kidnapped Will or when Will got taken in season 1, that's when everything kind of jump started. So I want Vecna and Will to have like this back and forth. That'd be very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that see like then the last scene where it's this like happy field of like all of the meeting and it transitions to his like the goosebumps on his neck and the main
Yeah.
theme starts is just like, oh, it's amazing.
And then Mike's the heart of this all bullshit. What was that? What was that?
Fuck Mike. Fuck Mike.
Like I'm not a huge fuck Mike guy. I like Mike. He's a cool guy. But it's just like I feel like the heart is mostly more so Dustin, really.
Yeah.
Dustin's
Yeah.
the one like the most emotional scenes,
Yeah, he's the
Dustin
brains
Hoffman.
and the heart.
right? I feel like Dustin,
I get why they say Mike is the
like
heart,
even
because,
Will is like, what has Will done the past couple of seasons?
yeah, he's been useless kind of.
He's solid. Like he's important.
His coming out scene was cool though. That was really
That was
well
good.
done.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Like, does he like Mike? That's really awkward too. I'm
No,
like,
I think he does. I did though.
What is happening?
In my
Poor
in my
Will.
mind, I'm like, bro, you can do better than that.
Just like people are saying fuck Mike for Will liking Mike and Mike not liking Will. Like Mike has no reason to like. They're best
That's
friends.
not why I say it though. I think
like-
I say fuck Mike because of the way he treats Eleven.
You didn't
Yeah.
treat her that bad this season. 11's the one lying to him the whole time in the first part of the season.
Yeah, but like
mean, I think
I
what
understand
he
why
needed-
she lied to him.
Yeah,
Because
I
her
think
life
what
was
he-
being bad.
No, just Mike is like weird.
Yeah, like ever since season 2, his writing has
They just fought
Only
the whole
been
time in
11.
season 3.
11, 11, 11, 11. That's it. There's
Yeah,
nothing
that's
more.
all he says. Is just 11.
In 11, what does all she say? Mike, Mike, Mike.
No,
Mm-mm.
Hopper, Hopper, Hopper. Mike
it's
and
her
Hopper.
dad.
Yeah, I mean, sure. But it's also Mike's also the first person she ran into. So I'm just like, I get why. I don't get. I like Mike. I don't have a huge problem with him. Yeah, he's fine. But
The
I
season
mean,
was good.
he's a more of an arc than Will in the last 2 seasons. What did
he?
Will do last season? Crickets.
He was like dealing with not wanting to grow up and having these weird feelings.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Boring.
Was it boring?
Boring.
He's like one of my favorite
Yeah,
characters.
even this season, what did Will do? Paint.
Which one?
This
He's
season.
struggling with his
Oh.
sexuality, Evan.
Subtextually until the very end of the season. Great
Yeah,
job.
that's true.
Great writing.
Hey, I like how
I'm shitting on Will, but I like all these characters. I'm just trying to say, like, I hope Will has more to do next season, which it seems like he has to.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
the thing
Robert.
about the coming out scene and like Robin's too is like all these people complain that wasn't like obvious enough. Like, remember this is the
pretty-
70s, 80s. Like,
Oh sure, yeah,
you're
definitely.
never to be comfortable with being like outing yourself as gay. Like,
Yeah,
or
100%.
queer, yeah.
Yeah.
So it made sense for it to be more subdued
Mhm.
and only tell it to like people you trust.
Yeah, that scene with Will and Mike in the car is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that scene. Yeah, I feel like Mike, I liked Mike a lot in that scene too, when he's like understanding what Will is saying to him.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really agree with the whole heart thing, I still like the sentiment of it.
I get it. I get
yeah.
why it says that because
I get,
he's
I
like,
get why Will says that. Mike was the main one searching for Will along with the mom in season 1. So
yeah.
Mike was full on, and then of course he had 11 and stuff. But yeah, I like this whole family group. I can't wait to see Mike back with the gang again in season 5. Again, predictions: nobody's going to die. No one's going to die in season 5. We're not worrying about Steve.
I think
We're
someone
not
needs to
worried about
die.
Nancy.
Mats is not dying.
Joy.
There's no way they kill
Oh.
Mats again.
No.
Max is
She's
fully
the
plot
safest
protection
one.
now. She's the safest one. Yeah, Max and Lucas, honestly.
If they kill Mats, that would be insane. To kill her
Max and
3
Lucas
times?
are safe. Dustin super safe. I'll put Dustin ahead of Lucas. Dustin's super safe.
Steve is like he could be really safe or he could be next to die.
They're gonna
Like,
toy
it's-
with us with Steve again.
Yeah.
But he is safe. He is safe.
Honestly, I think 11 or Will could die. as
I
like
can
a
see 11
sacrifice.
die.
Will. I can see Will
I-
dying.
Yeah. One of those two is like the sacrifice to save Hawkins or something.
Oh, don't give
they're
me
both-
the
they're
dumb
both connected
sacrifice,
to-
Josh. Don't give
They're
me the
two
dumb
connected to the
sacrifice.
upside down, so it makes sense.
Don't give me the
And
sacrifice.
I feel like Will is the one that's more directly connected to Vecna, so that's almost like in Harry Potter with the whole Voldemort connection
Yeah.
Do you
thing.
know
That'd
how
be interesting.
mad people are going to be if they
Like
kill
Vecna
the only
dies, he
gay
dies.
character?
That'd be really cool.
What?
If Vecna dies, Will also dies because they're like so connected. That'd be interesting.
I would die. Don't kill off Will. Do not kill off
It would
Will.
be sad, but like, dude,
It'll be super sad, but it's just
Yeah.
like we spent the first season saving his ass. Do not kill Will.
Okay,
Only-
okay. Here,
he's coming out as gay. He's coming out into himself, and then dead. No.
That's
here, here's the pitch. Here's the pitch.
Okay.
What
If he dies and comes back, love it. Pick
like
it.
Harry Potter? Like Harry Potter.
yeah.
Like Harry Potter. Fuck yeah. I love that movie. I would love that.
Who
To
could
carry
die?
Will's
Who else?
body.
Who else to die?
He comes back.
I think Murray.
Robin's super
because-
safe, right?
It's a good-
Murray made sense. Yeah.
Murray can
Murray.
definitely. if
Hopper
Murray,
is safe.
Hopper's safe. Yeah.
Unless they
Very
go
freaky.
crazy and kill him again, we're good.
Yeah. Murray. I can see Murray
Joyce?
dying.
Joyce is safe.
I want Joyce and Hopper to have a family.
Yeah.
Don't ruin that.
See, that's the
right?
thing. Like, you want that, so maybe one of them could die. I don't know.
That's dark. But what the show has done so far is it's never done something for the sake of being dark. Every death.
the
kind
final
of meant
season.
something. Yes. Then end it with a happy ending. Give me a happy
won't.
ending.
They won't do that.
This isn't Game of Thrones. This isn't Breaking Bad. Give me a fucking happy ending. Defeat the darkness. Go home and eat your burgers. I want a happy ending. I don't know why I said burgers, but yeah, don't eat pineapples on pizza. It's disgusting.
That's random.
Disgusting. Oh, that friend, John's. What's his name? John's friend, the high guy. He can die.
Oh, Argyle?
Argyle.
He's great. Love
He's
him.
great. He can die. Eddie was great too.
You can.
But why would you kill him?
Maybe he becomes a hero next season. I don't know.
He becomes the villain.
Daenerys style.
Vecna gives him some weed.
Yeah, join me. He's like, okay, dude. No, yeah. But I just like I can't see any of the kids dying. You're not killing children in this show.
Lucas?
Main children. They kill children a lot in this season.
Could Lucas die? No.
He's too connected to Max. If Max is safe, Lucas is safe.
Erica.
I don't know.
Erica dies. Oh my god, that'd be dark. She's too young. She's too young.
Okay, Robin's new girlfriend.
Oh, Robin. No,
Robin's new
Robin's
girlfriend
not
can die.
dying.
Yes,
oh, her
easily.
girlfriend? Yeah.
Easily. But I don't want it to happen either. Man, this sucks.
Yeah, she
Like-
can. Her new girlfriend can die, then Nancy can comfort her, and that's like.
Oh my
that's how it
god!
happens.
Oh, stop it! Love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, season 4 overall, great television. Loved it. Netflix's best thing, next to Mindhunter and
Love.
Ozark and stuff.
Have you seen Love? That show?
Love?
It's Judd Apatow's show.
No,
One of his only good things.
I like the one with Bill Hader and Amy Schumer. What was that called?
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. Fantastic. But yeah.
Jillian Jacobs, isn't it? Jillian Jacobs. Is
Oh,
that
she's
name?
good. Yeah.
That show is like really good. It's
Okay.
It's good.
Is it just called Love?
Yeah, it's like a rom drum.
Oh,
It's really cool.
actually, I'll check it out.
You would love it, Evan. You would love it.
That's cool.
But yeah, I think we're done, right?
How'd we
is
go
there
3
anything
hours?
else?
That's amazing.
3 hours.
Holy shit. It passed my bedtime. No, it's
I
not.
think Tribeca is the thing that that made us go
Yeah.
over, bro.
And all this TV.
Oh, this TV. Yeah. I also saw First Kill on Netflix. Pretty good. Pretty good. Cheesy.
What's
great.
that?
First Kill, the vampires. She's a vampire. Other one's a hunter, but they like each other.
Is it serious?
It's a series. It was like 8 episodes.
Mm,
Very
okay.
corny. You probably heard about like the lesbian aspect of it all. Very cute, funny, horrible CGI, very contrived writing, but it was cute. It was funny. Great time. But yeah,
Well,
good
if
show.
that's all, then Evan, where can people find you?
Find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9. I'm so happy. I came on here to spend my last day before Big Brother 24 hype starts
Oh,
tomorrow.
it's bad.
It's back, baby.
Bad baby.
This is the latest they've ever released the cast. The cast comes out tomorrow, and the show starts on Wednesday. And this is the latest
How
they've
do I
ever
watch
released the
this?
cast.
I might want to try it.
CBS.
Is it on Paramount Plus?
Once the episodes air, yeah, they'll be on Paramount Plus.
Mm.
But,
Can I just jump in? Do I need to watch anything else?
No,
No,
Every new season, different cast. You have a good time.
maybe I'll check it out for you, Evan.
8 o'clock on Wednesdays. It's gonna be
We
a
just talked
90
about it
minute.
next month.
Oh yes, it'll be a 90-minute premiere. I'm obsessed with Big Brother. Next to Survivor, my favorite things to obsess about every season. But yeah, Big Brother starts on Wednesday. I'll be assessing over that. Catch up on all the anime. Summer anime season just started. There's like 6 anime that I'm watching that I plan on watching this summer. What else am I doing? I'm about to be rereading Percy Jackson soon. That's gonna be fun. I'm super excited about the show next year. Hopefully it's next year. Besides that, yeah, getting ready to see Thor this weekend. I'm hyped.
Exciting.
Josh, where can people find you and tell the people what's our next episode?
Before that, I just want to address something, not to
Hello.
make it all a downer, but as we all know, the country is a fucking hellhole right now.
Yes, it is.
Our government sucks. The Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which is horrible and a horrible thing in this country. And I just want to mention that, like, I'm gonna probably include some links for abortion funds in the description. It's an important thing that we all should do our best to contribute to, because people need to have this right and to have choice in this country and for their own bodies.
Yeah.
And I'll include some links. Just do what you can, share, donate, whatever you can. It's important.
100%.
And yeah, but anyways, you can find me at Josh D. Woodbury. Yes, tweeting about everything, whatever I want, movies,
Logging everything in.
politics, logging everything on Letterboxd like a right human should be.
Right, human.
You should do your duty to log everything you watch, Edgar.
I love the minions.
No, you can't.
And yeah, you'd find our show on Twitter at WHFG Podcast. And I think the next thing we'll do is probably next week, same day maybe, top 10 MCU after Thor: Love and Thunder. It's a big one. It's a big controversial one. Try to get as many people on it again.
Yeah, it's gotta
It'll
be
be
a
fun
big
one though.
Yeah.
But yeah, also in the future, whenever I finish it, expect a discussion on Star Wars Shadow of the Sith. The new book.
Ooh,
I am loving that book right now, so I want to talk about it.
great.
So yeah.
Yeah,
it.
I've been reading Shadow of the Sith as well, and that book is
Good.
it's something. Yeah, it's something.
It's something.
It's. I mean it in a good way. I don't mean it in a bad way.
Okay, good.
It's a book.
Evan, I know you're against it, but you should read it.
I'll think about it. I heard there's some good Ben stuff in it.
There's some good
Ben
stuff.
and Ray stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I know Ray's like the whole plot. Yeah. Okay.
In a way, not just posing, but in a way, she's like the Leia of this book, like little Leia.
Yeah, from
of this
Obi-Wan.
book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. You're seeing it on the screen. I don't have to say it out loud. You can also find some of my work at Loud and Clear Reviews. Hopefully this week, my interview with the people from Cherry is going up. Which, speaking of, like, we got to ask them obviously about their movies about like pro-choice and abortion. So I got to ask them a little bit about that, and it was very like insightful from what the director had to say. So about like how this country is treating women like children again.
Yeah.
By not giving them the choice, you're just treating them like as children, as if they're the parent making the decisions for them. So there's obviously, we talk about the movie as well, but that's more.
It's a huge issue.
More relevant discussion that we had there. So hopefully you get to read that in the coming days. I'm also working on some of the House of the Dragon stuff.
Ooh.
Hopefully,
Are you gonna rewatch Game of Thrones?
No. Maybe one day, but I'm not ready still.
Not right. It's too
still
soon.
hurts. Yeah.
Too soon. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know what our next episode is gonna be after the MCU. Maybe I was thinking maybe about a Nope review, but I don't know. We can
Nope.
talk about it.
I'll
Nope.
probably save that for right in the month.
I'm
Yeah.
hyped for Nope.
But I have some ideas that
Is that next week? Nope.
it's
2
20,
weeks.
20 something.
Oh,
20 something.
damn.
Yeah, 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
I also got
but-
tickets to see TT's delivery service in a theater.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
That's playing
Oh.
the Ghibli Fest.
One of my all-time favorite movies.
Edgar, watch that. Do it. See
I
it.
think I know Bridget got tickets for fuck, why am I and for a Studio Ghibli movie at the movie theater. I just don't remember which
The
one.
next one coming up is TT's. So it's at
I
like
think it might have been that
July-
one.
July, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
one
think
of
it
my
might have been that
favorites. So I'm
one.
excited.
I love that movie. Adore it.
But yeah, otherwise, we make podcasts better.